Push it real good.
Push it real good.
Push it. Push it real good.
That was a great intro.
Damn, that intro is 10 out of 10. Lit.
That was really good.
That's
good.
lit.
It's good.
6 out of 9 IGN, definitely. Guys, we have some resubs and subs to read out before we officially kick things off. So, going to get that out of the way right now. Again, I apologize for missing this from last week. So we're going to do last week's.
I'm not
subs and
here.
resubs.
I'm not here for 1 week, and the ship just fucking.
It hits the fan, man. Amazing.
It was great. We
So-
were inspecting shaders as well during
Yeah.
a good
Oh
portion
my
of the podcast.
That's right. It was fantastic.
What happens when I leave the podcast? All of a sudden, entertainment is a Destiny site, a fashion show. Come on.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Why not? Okay, so we got the resubs. Money Magic 23, thank you very much for fresh sub.
Money Magic.
Breath with Sword with a bit. Thank you very much for the bit. Yo, Tinix with a whole year says a whole year. Thanks everyone at the whole PD crew does Destiny. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Ben the Knight with 11 months. Thank you very much, Ben. Chadwee also dropped to 12 months as well, a whole year. I did my first King's Fall of Law raid with Briar 1 year ago and subbed that day. The fact that I'm still here and supporting PD is no surprise considering how nice and supportive the entire PD crew are. I'll never take that for granted for the quality work everybody does. Thank you very much, Chadwee.
Wow, that was really nice,
kind.
Chadwee.
Thank you, man.
That's
Yeah,
really nice.
seriously. Funny Fat Man with 4 months. Thank you very much, Funny Fat Man. Madcat 529, 10 months to Planet Destiny. The Mill, I think it's the _MIL with a fresh sub to Planet Destiny. Thank you very much for that. Sigo 630 with 5 months to Planet Destiny. Oh, hot
Sigo.
damn, 5 months. Again, you guys are the best. Can't wait for Rise Iron. Thank you very much, Sigo. Then
Sigo's
Artemis
designing
with
a shirt for me. It is lit.
Nice.
Yeah? Nice. Can't wait to see it. Artemis with 9 months to Planet Destiny. That's a baby sub right there.
Baby
9 months of
sub.
awesome. Please keep up the great work. Artemis, if you are in chat, feel free to say the baby name. And then Oxide 318 with a fresh sub. And then Nitro the Cat also with a fresh sub. And then we got Dread Wraith 1233 with a fresh sub. Dark Nebula with 13 months to Planet Destiny. Lucky number 13. Maxi Bon with 7 months. Stormcaller is very balanced. Hefty Kappa. Hits me right in the heart.
Hope setting the mood lighting.
Right in the heart.
Oh, yep.
Wilson dropped 400 bits. Holy jeez, Wilson.
Hey, Wilson.
Wow, thank you.
Then Mick Mazing with a fresh sub as well. And Mr. Bio, 3 months to Planet Destiny. Pride Razor, fresh sub. Cody, 248, fresh sub. And Sparny, 8V, fresh sub. And also Rise 11, which I think was a resub. But might have missed 1 month right there. So that was a lot from last week's podcast,
Rise
guys.
infected.
That was just last week.
That's just last
And
week.
we got a whole
Just
new crew coming in for this week that we'll do at the end of this podcast.
Yep.
That's right. So
you sub right
we'll
now.
read.
We see it. We will not forget to actually say it this week.
Yeah,
Because I'm here.
There's
and
no.
I'll ride it, FD.
Well, there's no fashion show. There's no fashion show.
We were
going
very
on.
distracted by the
It's
class item
honestly
shaders.
understandable because I am currently right now also mildly farming exotic.
Are you experiencing the space herpes?
No, I'm completely clean, Tefty. Dude,
What?
Fine.
I
Surprising.
seriously doubt that.
Yeah, I know that.
Take
I
a
like
look.
to
You're
vote a-
never.
I like the vote
listen,
of confidence.
listen, I hardly ever see you using a bubble, man. Ever. You're never you never pop in a bubble.
Dude, I just shoot first, ask questions later, man. Got to
Exactly. You're definitely
That's
infected.
where it's,
Double.
yes, that's dangerous, Patrick.
There's so much
Super
material
dangerous.
here. I just can't deal with it.
Well, without you gone, Pope, we've all matured much. I don't know if you can call us being matured.
We are adults.
I think
I
we
will-
realized that Pope is actually a 13-year-old teabagging everybody.
So let me go ahead and do the intro for the actual recording side of things. Hello and welcome to the 88th Planet Destiny podcast. If you're wondering why I got that correct, I don't know. But in other news, Pope Bear is back. Welcome.
Pope has
I'm
returned.
clapping.
He has
I'm so glad
returned.
to have you back, Pope. We missed you.
I've been
Yeah, man.
excited all week. I've been like, is it Thursday yet? Is it Thursday yet? All this stuff is happening in Destiny, and to be honest with you, like all of it pales in comparison for the excitement of being back on tonight.
And
Oh,
and just so we are clear, it's like you're back.
I'm back.
It's not like
not a guest.
not a guess. Pope's back.
Like
No, I don't
Pope
like
is
to.
back.
I don't like to tease people. I like to just,
That's
Just-
not true. That was a bold-faced lie.
Yeah.
Bold-faced lie.
I was about to say it. I don't lie, but then that's
Can't
just right
get
there.
that life without a little bit of teasing.
Nailed it.
Pope's back, everyone. And there's actually a ton of stuff to talk about.
so much stuff.
There's
Too much stuff.
to talk about. First and foremost, I think what we really, really need to discuss is we need to make every Guardian aware of this. We need to start a campaign. There's a space infection going on.
Oh,
Sorry. Your hat's
Can't see my hat. Okay, hold on.
Crap.
Oh, perfect.
Oh no, I don't think I got enough tinfoil.
You're making your hat as you go. Okay.
oh, Brian!
I didn't have
dude,
time,
love it.
guys.
I love it.
Awesome. Okay.
Does that work?
Nice.
Got the hats on.
Got our protection.
Hopefully.
How did I end up with such a hipster hat? Seriously, I'm just like, hey guys, don't worry, don't mind me drinking my Americano. Huh.
I'm gonna tip mine a little. I'm gonna be a fancy hat. Tip mine a little to the right.
Yeah, nice.
Now I look like I'm going to a
Tip of
wedding
the hat,
or
wag of the tail.
horse racing.
Yeah,
Okay.
you're opening night of the Kentucky
Space horse
Derby.
racing. Yeah.
I'm just ready to go.
Oh,
to war.
okay.
Yeah. You got
Not gonna work.
from a man that has experience with these sorts of things. You got to kind of grip it around your headphones a little bit. You got to
Okay.
grip it around your head
Ah,
and just
good tip.
Yeah. Just
Boom.
it so much better.
Yeah.
Oh, now we're talking. That's way better.
Yes.
Oh,
Like
comfort level.
head movement.
Perfect.
There. All
Damn,
right.
Briar's, yours looks artisan, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Briar's got
It
the
looks
Viking
Nordic.
thing going
I
on.
take this thing seriously.
Seriously, you look like you're in like stage 2 of doing some cosplay or something.
Yeah. Impressive.
Impressed, man.
All right. So the reason we have the tinfoil hats on is because right now there's some sort of augmented reality, alternate reality. I can't remember what ARG stands for. Game going on. There's something going on at owlsector.bungie.net.
Yes.
And if you are in the game right now, the reason we were having all that fun innuendo earlier is there is some sort of infection spreading amongst the Guardians.
Mhm.
Yep.
Are 5 different buffs that people can acquire. They called like brilliant. We got brilliance, glory, splendor, magnificence, and fortitude. All very joyous sounding names, and they all do things like give you increased rep gains and stuff like that. So
Yeah, I was a little confused by that because most infections, although some of them, in real life, although some of them kind of give you some reputation gains, they don't have like really cool names for them, like herpes and things like that. You're just kind of, it may increase your reputation a little bit, but it just,
I don't
it
know.
always-
I don't
Isn't your reputation increased if you got the herpes?
I feel like I got herpes. People are like, you the man.
Yeah, because
Yo,
like,
that-
Does that
how
happen?
did
Yo,
you,
you
how
got-
did you,
you got-
how did
you
you
got a
get
rep.
herpes? How did you get it? Mhm.
Oh.
And it's probably an interesting story.
Yeah, so then you get the rep boost.
If
So
you can
I'm
remember it.
if you can remember it. All right. Yeah. So anyway, I bought.
Oh my god.
Welcome back.
All right, go ahead.
Welcome
Yes,
back,
I'm
Pope.
excited about being infected in Destiny. This is going to be great.
So
It is
It's
pretty
fun.
cool. It's created a ton of excitement in the community. I mean, I was live streaming today when this thing hit, and it was like people like started talking about it in chat. The first person I knew of who got it was Say No to Rage, and it was spreading from him. Basically, people he was playing with were also catching it, and then it turned out there was more than one different infection,
Strain.
It's a
right?
problem.
Strain.
can we all
And
can we
then
all
it's
agree
like, all right,
right
everybody's
now?
jumping into the Crucible, and we want to catch these, infections because
Yeah.
it's a buff. It's pretty fun. And then you go on the website, and over time, it's been unlocking more and more information out.
And what I found super interesting is that when it was being unlocked and we were reading on the website, they're like, Guardians are super happy about this, was essentially what they were saying. They were like, are happy yells a bad thing? So it's really interesting that this is like a positive infection, which kind of leads me down the route of maybe it's augmenting our guardians in a positive way because it's giving us the bonus XP and bonus rep gain. So maybe we're going to become super guardians.
You know how a virus spreads, right? It usually makes the user like want to go out and spread it in some sort of fashion. So it's like, oh, I'm gaining XP. You know what you have to do to get XP? Go do public activities and interact with other people. So then it spreads itself.
Okay. So maybe it's like, hey guys, you're getting something good, but actually after a while it's going to kill us all or something bad.
Maybe.
It's going to wipe out the guardians.
That's smart.
For Destiny too, when we all rise again.
Details on this thing are pretty hairy right now, right? It's like we know that you catch it by playing with other guardians, but we're not really sure exactly how. I know that I caught it by killing another guardian. Other people say that they've caught it when they picked up orbs that another guardian laid down. Other people have picked it up during strikes when they've been revived by a guardian. Not real sure how exactly.
Have we seen this in other games? Because I remember in Black Ops, in Call of Duty, there was a game card, a player card, that if you got that player card, the only way you could get it is by killing someone who was using it, and then you got that player card. Do you remember that once?
I remember that. Yeah, I remember.
So there's been other examples of it, but I can't think of another game where
I see what you're doing here, Pope, and I'm just going to go ahead and take it and run with it right now.
Okay.
So
I wasn't
the other time that this has happened was actually twice in World of Warcraft. First time. Yeah, this is twice in World of Warcraft. Okay, so I got two stories to tell real quick. I'll tell them as quickly as possible, but seriously, this is really cool shit. The first one is called the Cursed Blood Incident. There was a boss in one of the raids that gave you a debuff that would cause you to explode for a ton of damage, and it was like an infection in your blood. It's called Cursed Blood, and if it's like stayed on you, you would explode. And it had a fairly short duration, but if you like hearthed and went home to one of the cities, it would stay on you. And then it would spread to other people. And you could if you had a pet, you could send your pet away and then bring it back when you were in the city, and it would sell the infection, and it would start killing and spread. It spread throughout the entire World of Warcraft. It basically, every single major city was a ghost town. People were having to go out into other areas that normally never saw traffic, because if you went to an area where there were people, you would get infected and you would die, and it sucked. The other time this happened was an actual event where they were like, hey, that was a really cool thing. That was an accident. Let's engineer it now. And so there was an infection that would spread by you getting it from you would kill zombies, and then you would get infected by them, and then you could get the infection cleansed. But if you happen to stay close to someone, they could get infected as well. And eventually the plague became so powerful that you couldn't get it off you. And people, after the buff went away, you died and you turned into a zombie, and you could only speak in zombie, and you could only talk to other zombies. And so there were factions of zombies purposely going around infecting everyone, and then raiding cities and just zerging people as zombies. It was one of the coolest events ever, but they never did it again because a bunch of people got really pissed off that they couldn't actually play because of a massive zombie horde of players. It was great.
Awesome.
Yeah,
that
was
sounds
really
great, because it's like the community is trying to figure out, how is this happening? What do we do? What's happening next?
Yeah,
and
it was pretty obvious how it was happening. There was a cult in there that was spreading it, and you got it. But it was one of my top 5 moments of World of Warcraft easily. It's fantastic.
That's cool.
Patch with a nerd lecture. Yeah, I know. I know it's a nerd lecture, but it's a very important history lesson. So much so that the CDC and other disease-controlling groups have studied both occurrences in World of Warcraft to study how diseases actually spread amongst people.
Take that.
So they were making a correlation between gamers and infectious diseases, viruses, and stuff.
Yeah,
they're saying that viruses behave the same way as gaming trolls. I believe that.
Well, they don't.
I believe that. Same mentality.
The only way most gamers are actually going to get infected, because we never actually leave our basements. No,
that's right.
Our digital characters have to get infected.
We are the healthiest individuals on the planet.
Did you see those? Did you see that photos?
I almost died last week from lack of cardio.
As long as we don't do cardio, Like, we're fine. As long as we just sit here, we're
great,
good.
great.
It's fine.
It's great.
We're good. One thing I did want to touch on is how it actually gets spread, these infections, because me and some people on Twitter who had the infection, we tried doing it in private matches. So we started out with Brilliance, and we went into a private match, and we were going to test out picking up orbs because people were saying that's a thing, just killing people was a thing, and also killing someone who is in their super. So with Brilliance, the way that I got it was just a kill with a shotgun. I just killed the guy with a shotgun, and then I immediately got infected. And that was Brilliance. And then with Glory, we went into another private match, and I had a Stormcaller that was in their super, and I killed them in their super, and that's how I got Glory. So that's my experience with the diseases. Is both kills were super close range though, so maybe it has something to do with being close to them, which would make sense. But that's my two experiences with getting Glory and Brilliance. I have not got the others. Tried to transmit more than one onto one person after that, and we were not successful.
Well, that's kind of funny because I just loaded into the tower and I got all 5 of them, and it was really weird. It was just like
Fucking God.
just happened.
You can't
Sounds
even
about
like
right.
play the Pope RNG for 1 week.
I'm just kidding. I didn't. I haven't had a chance to play it.
That's interesting.
I was
I
at
didn't
work.
realize, Watts, that you had to do different things to get each of the infections.
I mean, no one knows right now.
Yeah.
It's weird because we picked up orbs and I did that for a while, and none of us were getting infected because we had one person that had Glory. No one else had Glory.
Yeah.
So yeah, we picked up orbs and it didn't happen, but then it happened from killing people.
Yeah, we were messing around in private matches. Eventually, we just kind of said, well, maybe it just doesn't work in a private match. Maybe you got to be out in the wild. But another thing that should be mentioned is that, you know, once you've got your infection, you can go over to owlsector.bungie.net. They have like a really cool ARG site set up where you can track the infection real time across the world. They have a world map where this thing is actually, as it populates the player base, it's actually populating the map and kind of lighting up the map. And it's starting off real slow, but already it's made a lot of progress. And there's also kind of a pie chart, which shows kind of what the most popular infections are.
Brilliance
you know,
is
like
winning.
Kinda,
Brilliance is winning by
Yeah.
a lot.
but if that's the easiest one to catch, then that makes a lot of sense. And then toward the bottom, next to the pie chart, there's a kind of a little emblem of an owl, and you click on that, and it brings you to the second page where you can see Brilliance, Glory, Splendor, Magnificence, and Fortitude. Right now, Brilliance, Splendor, and Magnificence all have kind of text on them. So you can kind of start trying to figure out exactly what's going on here. And in fact, there's, you know, text from Cade 6, Zavala, and others that it's pretty interesting. It looks like it's starting to point in a direction of...
Literally, as we were talking about this, the little rotating graph thing just did something different for me. I don't know if it's the like actual code for the rotating graph bug or something, but it's like it's all warped now.
Yeah, it's a
I
little
don't know.
twisted.
Updated for you?
Yeah,
It's twisted.
It's a little twisted. It used to be
that's
all perfectly
interesting.
straight.
Yeah, it's twisted for me as well.
Maybe Steve is starting to get into the computer that's giving us all this information.
Oh no!
Or it's a great thing because we're gonna, get new abilities, and that's awesome.
Oh, that'd be sick.
Oh man, I'm really really pumped about some of these new. I know we're talking out of turn here, but man, some of these new perks and things that are coming into Rise of Iron, I am like beside myself at the level of detail that is going to be changing in the game, and I am. Oh man, I'm excited. My friends list and I know other people are too, because my friends list is just filling up again. It felt like over the summer I could see all my friends on maybe 1 or 2 pages of my friends list. Now I'm like back to like the 10-page deep thing, where you used
same.
to.
I hear you.
Yeah.
I'm looking to
people are
invite someone.
excited.
I'm like, finding you is impossible. Just join me. I can't do it. It's
What
literally
color is your emblem?
Yeah.
Why do you guys think I keep the same emblem?
Oh my
That's
goodness,
why.
yeah.
You're very good
Nostalgia?
with consistency.
Nostalgia.
Sentimentality, maybe.
Sentimentality.
I don't know. I mean, I really like the Union of Light emblem I got. It's pretty awesome. I think that there. No. I think that there's some really cool my favorite ones right now are all the Bungie Foundation ones for donating I have one of my characters has the Nepal one, and then just I really like the work that they were doing with that. So those are the ones I like to keep on.
Yeah.
But my favorite of all of them, I probably mentioned this before, is the blue one with the heart on it.
Oh, it's so
Yeah.
good. And I don't
favorite.
have that one.
I don't have it either. If it ever
So
becomes
good.
available again, I'm gonna snap it up.
Oh,
Yeah,
you
really
want a
nice.
code for that, Brian?
Absolutely.
I'll get you one.
Oh, all right.
You give me one too.
Can we
No,
have one?
just Brian.
Oh.
Yeah, but
Put
Bob.
the extra work into my hat, Tefty. That's how that works.
That's true.
That's how it works.
just FYI,
Dude, you did it, man.
just FYI for the podcast, we're trying to keep the spoiler talk to a minimum. We know there's a lot of people out
Yes.
there that have purposely been kind of avoiding stuff. We want you to, we're gonna try not to spoil anything at
Yeah.
all.
Gotcha.
Including
This
me.
stuff
I'm
with the owl
avoiding
sector,
all
I
of
mean,
your
this is the
videos.
most exciting kind
I'm
of
avoiding
thing,
it
right?
as well.
We're discovering it as a group. We're like, we're figuring this thing out live, and that's really exciting. I hope there's a lot more of this to come with Rise of Iron. We saw a lot of it with the Taken King. Like after you completed the story, you started doing missions, and all of a sudden, little secrets started to unlock. Like the Black Spindle quest, like just out of nowhere. And I'm hoping there's a lot more of that because that was really successful with Taken King. I hope that they learned from that and did a lot more of it in Rise of Iron.
It was super cool. You had no time to explain. You had sleep and simulant. There was so much where it was like, oh, something's happened, guys. And then Reddit explodes and Twitter explodes. And so many people just talking about what's happening. That is amazing. It gets the community together, gets everyone talking. And it's just super fun feeling like you're discovering something.
Yeah. As a
absolutely.
group too, it's like
Right.
it's fun to collaborate with the Destiny community because it's such a good community. We really lucked out.
It's an amazing
and you
community,
have
seriously.
to go dark. Some of the content creators like Planet Destiny and Datto and More Console, they're all publishing the content. And Deej gave us a heads up. He said, hey, if you don't want to get any spoilers, go dark now. And he gave us a good heads up. So don't blame those guys like Planet Destiny and Datto and More Console and Bife and Tefty, Briar, you guys, don't blame us for posting stuff. That this is the time where we're supposed to. If you don't want to watch that or you don't want the spoilers, do what Deej said. Go dark. Just don't watch it right now.
Yeah, I've
And watch
really
it
started
later.
to employ in my own videos. I've really started to employ a policy of the first half of the video is going to be spoiler free. If I start talking about spoilers, I'm going to announce it, give you time to hit that pause button and move along because sometimes I start with one topic and I move on to another topic. And I just want to give people that I don't want to spoil anything. I don't want anything spoiled for me. I haven't watched any of the first mission. I haven't watched the Sepix Prime Strike. I still haven't watched the brand new strike that people posted a couple of weeks ago.
So it isn't a spoiler, but it's something to look forward to. The music in the new Sepix Prime Strike is awesome.
The music from the old
fantastic.
Sepix Prime Strike is still one of my favorite tunes
it's still
that
really
ever came
awesome
out for Destiny.
If you like that, you're gonna love this one. You're
Cool.
no spoilers, but it's amazing.
Do you guys want to talk about these new perks?
Yeah, we can briefly go
let's do
over
it.
it.
Yeah, let's
I
do
don't feel like this is too spoilery at all.
No.
No.
There's some. What I find most interesting is that there seem to be new perks, and this was leaked. I guess it was data mined, right? Out of the game, but there are new perks that seem to build on top of older perks.
Mhm.
Right.
So, for instance, there's a new perk called 2 for 1, which doubles the effectiveness of the Army of 1 perk.
Yeah.
So imagine the roll you have to get on a weapon you have to get Army of 1, and then you also have to get 2 for 1 on that to really get that copacetic alignment. And there's quite a few of those. There's triple double. When triple tap perk is triggered, an extra bullet is transferred from your reserve to the magazine. So it builds on top of triple tap, to essentially make a more powerful, like if you got a hung jury that had triple tap or triple down, triple double, you could potentially have better weapons than we had from the Taken King, which is exciting because I was really worried about that.
Brian,
Yeah, absolutely.
dude, like how awesome do you play Call of Duty, or Tefty does the Call of Duty zombies, the where you can turn the zombies into like and fight for you?
Yeah, what is it called? I can't think of the Pack a Punch perk.
Punch a
Well,
pack.
yeah. So I can't think of it either. I was hoping that you would, but there's a one in there where you kill a Siva or a Fallen, and it fights it for you.
Right.
That's freaking awesome.
It is awesome. Yeah.
That's just
I mean,
the artifact perk, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, no, it's in here. It's in the list of them.
Wasn't
forget
that
what
Turned.
the
That's what it is,
I think
turned.
it
Is it
was
turned?
the artifact perk though, because they had the same thing with the sprint cooldown.
Some of the artifacts
sure.
are in this list that we have.
Yeah, okay.
There's two that specifically talk about like Siva swarms.
Yes.
And one of them is like
Timur's demon. Melee attacks on minor minions of the darkness have a chance to temporarily turn the target against its allies.
That's one of the artifacts.
That's the artifact.
Yeah.
Okay. So, I mean, I think it's really cool. I mean, think about the one that you're talking about, Briar, where an artifact it's you've got that hung jury roll and virulence where precision kills release Siva nanite swarm that attacks other enemies. I mean,
Yeah.
this is gonna change. This is gonna make the game. I mean, it's gonna be pretty freaking cool.
Right. And like on
Absolutely.
both sides of the game too. PvE, that's very interesting. And PvP, that's very interesting.
Yeah.
Right. Like, like if you can in PvP, if you get that thing to proc, right? If you kill a guy and those things start chasing another guy, like that might give you a chance to recover, almost act like an axiom bolt, get him running around the corner, give you a chance to recover, and then you're in pursuit, or you can back off, get your health back,
Yeah.
Like, that's an interesting perk.
For sure.
I also wanted to talk about this, and this, I don't think this is spoiler because it's all conjecture. It's all, I have no idea what this actually means, but I find it very interesting. If you guys remember the fire-looking Iron Lord, Thunder Lord that we saw in the Taken King trailer?
Fire Lord.
The Fire Lord. There's a few perks in here that have me really wondering if that's coming. One of them is Chasm Rounds. I'm going to read the descriptions of the three perks. Chasm Rounds. This weapon fires faster and more accurately the longer the trigger is held. That sounds like the Thunderlord, right?
Definitely.
The next one is Negative Rounds. This weapon fires faster and more accurately the longer the trigger is held. That sounds familiar, right?
Yeah.
And the next one is Incendiary Rounds. This weapon fires faster and more accurately the longer the trigger is held. I'm
There's
wondering
also
if there's going to be 3 different ways to set up your Thunderlord.
That would be awesome. There's
That'd be
also some perks in here that kind of lean towards those exotics that never came, that we saw, but they never quite came. Like one of them is New Tricks, which improves Skip Grenade and you gain an additional Skip Grenade.
Yeah.
That was an exotic that we saw that never came. And the fact that that's in here.
Totally excited about skip grenades getting better.
Oh yeah, it's great. Just
And
play
more
Night
of
Stalker,
them.
you'll be fine.
Mm.
Play Night Stalker.
There was
old
another
Liam.
one that increased or decreased the cooldown for Blink. A lot of people are thinking those are the Warlock boots.
Wasn't it like recovery to do with Blink? Like when you blink, it makes your recovery better? Did I read that somewhere?
I'm having trouble finding it, so I can't.
Yeah, me
read
too. But I remember reading that on Twitter for sure. And if that's the case, then maybe they changed it to, instead of reducing the cooldown of Blink, you just get more recovery when you blink.
Yeah, because that's
Potentially.
one of the nerfs they gave to Blink was recovery. There's some really interesting stuff. Focused Firefly. When Focus Fire is active, precision kills cause the target to explode. Hello. That sounds good.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Another one that I really liked, and I think this might be a Trials armor thing. Last Hope. Increased agility after becoming the last Guardian standing.
We have
That
that
sounds
already.
useful. Do we have that already?
Yeah, don't we have that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Did they adjust it?
Maybe.
There's a PvP version of that, right? Where it specifically states something up. There's one where it's like you pick up after a cap point. It's like on Iron Banner armor. And I think it's on Trials armor if I remember right. I don't actually own any Trials armor, so I can't check right now.
Yeah, it's on Trials
You don't
armor.
own any Trials armor?
Oh,
Yeah,
let
what?
me go
You
check.
deleted
Let me
everything?
go check the bank real quick. Oh,
The
get back to
bank.
you.
The bank.
Consult with the bank.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I mean, I'm.
Okay, yeah. That's
I don't wanna
currently increased
read off-
agility after becoming the last guardian. That's current.
There
That's
you go.
current perk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want to read off this entire list because it's a ton of stuff, right?
It is.
It's pretty
What-
awesome.
The takeaway is that you should take a look at it if you're interested. And there's new perks in here that are really attractive that may make the new weapons coming better than the Taken King, even though the weapons are the same power level.
Yeah.
Yes.
And
There's
I
also
think
some
that's
new
very
scopes, which I thought was interesting, like the Iron Range scope, the Iron Red Dot, which seems specific to the Iron Lord or Iron Banner weapons.
Yeah.
So that was interesting.
Mhm.
We're getting some new scopes. It's always fun.
Yeah. There's also some specific ones for fallen enemies.
Yep. Which will come in handy, I assume.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks really good. Oh, did you see this one though? This one was great. World turned upside down. Everything you see is
Yes.
inverted along the x-axis.
I assume that's the
One of those
like
camera
artifact.
things?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
camera artifacts. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, you go into Vault of Glass and everything's reversed. That's going to switch things up. Go into Crota's End, everything's reversed. You're
Yeah,
going to have to
right?
relearn that maze. You know, every strike is going to be like flip-flopped. That sounds fun. I'm going to run that.
That's gonna be a fun challenge.
It's gonna
Yeah.
be super fun.
Do that
Yeah.
and then
Excited for
invert
that.
your controller.
Some of these remind me of like a step up, a new version of the skulls from.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hadn't even thought of that. That's a really strong point. But yeah, I'm really excited about the new perks. I don't know if this is all of them. I assume that they're real. They look real. I'm hoping they're real. But they're really cool looking.
It seems pretty real.
Yeah,
Do you guys
it
want to talk
does
about
look
weapon
cool.
balancing at all? We talked a little
one-
bit about it last week.
One quick second, Mike. I think not Mike. Tefty. I'm hearing some mic crackle. I don't know if that's from you at all.
I'm not sure. I'm getting
It
it
is.
Oh,
too.
It is.
yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is my
but-
mic crackling
yeah,
right
it's
now?
from you.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, you didn't install your new audio drivers, did you, when you built that computer?
Oh no, I installed everything. Yeah, this
Oh,
is
boy.
part of the problem that I've been enjoying for the past
Oh boy.
couple
Are
days.
you getting it in the Audacity
monitor?
recording?
Yeah, I'm hearing it.
It's in
I've
the
been-
monitor.
I've been a little quiet because of that. Because I'm hearing this crackle. I'm like, oh, we're
Are you-
live,
Are you possessed?
and I hear a crackle.
Are you patient zero in real life infection? Tefty?
Yeah, I think we're seeing the SIVA plague.
infection in the mics.
It's definitely entered
It's
into-
going into our technology. It's happening. This is
I
what we
bet.
get for putting the hats on and talking about this stuff.
Right?
Right,
Take off your
right.
tinfoil hat. Maybe it's causing interference.
Yeah,
This is what you
take
need
your
to do.
tinfoil hat off because it wasn't doing it.
This is what you need to do.
Check,
You need
check,
to go
1,
into
2. No,
the.
it's still
Nah,
crackling.
fucked up.
You need to go.
Yeah. You going to what?
What you need to do is go
okay.
into the kitchen and grab a glass of water and splash it right on your mic, and it will
Pro
cleanse
tips.
it will cleanse the SIVA
Crackling will probably stop.
Yeah, so will everything else.
Yeah.
It
Do
will
you
fix
guys
the
hear
crackle.
crackling in the Skype chat?
plague. Yeah.
Yeah.
You okay? So it's not. Well, okay. People in chat, is my mic
They hear
crackling
it.
for you guys
They
right
hear
now?
it. They hear it.
Let me just say.
Briar's looking like Loki.
Hi,
from the
everyone
Avengers.
watching on YouTube right now. This
It's
is the
because he's
unedited
not
version of the
using a blue
podcast.
mic.
That's it.
I never
Yeah,
have
they're
these
hearing the
kind of
crackle.
issues with my blue microphone.
Yeah, my blue mic is amazing.
Fantastic.
I think the chat says yes, by the way.
Yep.
I don't know. They seem unsure.
I don't know what to do, guys. We're live.
Here, Tefty,
Yeah.
I'm gonna let you borrow one of mine. All right.
Do we need
There you go.
another? Do we need to borrow another one? God, I can't.
Awesome.
Do we need to borrow another one? We can just. I got one right there. You know, borrow
Do
that
I
one.
get to do my blue microphone commercial ad?
I don't know. Can you segue a dead cat into it?
No.
People still super excited about that.
Oh, totally.
Is that-
All right. We'll continue on. Tefty, you can figure your shit out. I'm sure you can just not talk too much.
I don't know what he can do live.
There's not a lot I can do.
Just nod. Do hand gestures. You could do interpretive dance as to how you feel about what we're talking about. That sounds more fun.
A 5 means you strongly agree with the point being given. A 1 means that you're not very in favor of it. 3 is you're kind of on the fence and you want to hear more.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
It's honestly not that bad.
But
It's really not.
Yeah, a 1.
All right, weapon balancing, guys. Last week we talked a little bit about weapon balancing. We went through the list. You guys want to talk about kind of your overall impressions, like what they got right, what they got wrong?
Yeah.
Nothing really changed. The meta is no different. People were coming to me like, guys, what's the meta now? I'm like, the same as it was like last week.
I've noticed two definite things.
Okay.
Number one, not seeing as many snipers. I haven't played as many games as I should have to say that, but I feel like I'm seeing less snipers. My sniping, you have to get the first shot off, like with a sniper.
Mm-hmm.
You can't like pull into a lane that someone is watching at the primary and then you get body shot, or if you get hit at all. I have not been able to land shots on people that are hit.
Yeah,
sure.
That's my experience too. Yeah,
which is A+. That's awesome.
Right,
That's
working as intended, as far as I'm concerned.
The only thing
it's a good change.
The only thing that I don't like is that in PvE, there's also a very noticeable amount of flinch on sniper scopes. This almost feels like a Gallarhorn type situation where they had to nerf Gallarhorn because of the most prevalent thing, but that was only because there weren't any mechanics in fights. It's all about killing bullet sponges. Well, now in a lot of PvE fights, you just want to stand far back. You want to stand far back from the fight, so then sniper rifles are just the best option there. So when you're taking damage, well, that kind of sucks now. It is causing me to like question, okay, maybe I need to use different secondary in PvE now, because a lot of times when you're going into a damage phase, you're going to be taking damage yourself, and you can't reliably hit those crits, consistently. Flinch is a very real thing. The other thing that I've noticed, last word is crispy. Last word is, like, dare I say it, OP now. Use last word and just go for max range. So I think it's soft ballistics and use high caliber rounds, because in the most recent update, high caliber rounds increases range now.
Right. That's true.
Last word, last word has a really large like starting cone, but then the final accuracy is also pretty close to that. It's not like hand cannons where it's really small accuracy cone at the start and then really large as bloom goes on. Last word starts out big and gets slightly bigger. So last word with high caliber round soft ballistics going for max range, really fucking good. To the point where it's like, this is very strong. So
I will say that I picked up Hawkmoon and felt like it wasn't as trash as it was before.
Okay.
I don't know if that's a thing, but
they specifically stated they hadn't touched like the actual cones or bloom.
They also said that they hadn't touched the Titan either.
And then they were like, "Oh, hey guys, so we actually like did some stuff." I'm sorry.
Right?
Did you guys? You just got to be a quick scope god.
Yeah. You have to know where the center of your screen is, and then zoom in and then take the shot.
The perks for switching. Well, the hunter is going to be naturally, tuned for this, but I'm finding that sniping is more of just like quick scoping to the body, and not really trying to line up those headshots. If you get it, you get it. But drag scoping isn't really what I'm going for now. It's more of like a quick scope, immediately flipping to my primary, and using that to finish him off. So I've kind of changed my strategy for sniping, where I used to maybe watch a lane and then drag scope it across. So I don't know, you guys doing the same thing?
I started using the Trowels sniper more. Yeah,
like higher rate of fire snipers, right?
Yeah, because it has so much ammo in it. Plus, it also has an ammo perk on it. So it's like, if I can't headshot out of supers, I might as well run with this one. So where I can get like a headshot and a follow-up body shot a lot faster and take down the person with the super, have more ammo. It has a bunch of aim assists too. So yeah, I found that the trial sniper is my go-to current.
Yeah, that's got a lot of aim assist on it too.
It does. And with the like longbow and stuff that got nerfed with aim assist, it's like, hey, why not use this sniper that has more ammo and a really ton of aim assist?
Yeah. It can body shot keep people faster.
Yeah. Just become the body shot master. Body shot.
Body shots.
We always called Praetor's Revenge like the actual scout rifle.
Yeah.
It's a similar type of thing. It's just a more powerful scout rifle if you're doing body shots.
Any other?
I think it's a good change. I think the sniper change is good. I personally haven't experienced much with it because like I've been busy these past 3 days. But I think it's good. Building a new computer and ironing out the kinks. I think it's good though with the changes with flinch. I still think shotguns are a problem because of the movement speed, like you said, Pat. They honestly need to be looked at to balance with things, because in sixes, like it's actually really difficult to just be a god with sniping in sixes unless you just hit every headshot.
In sixes, it's hard to actually use a primary. I'm like, guys, I'm just trying to hit you in my primary, and everyone's just running. The whole team is just collapsing on me with their shotguns and Juggernaut and their sticky grenades. I'm like, well then, okay. And now everyone is getting a God Roll Party Crasher because the Crucible drops are better. So people are just running at me with their...
still haven't gotten an Eyes Luna yet.
I've gotten 2 Party Crashers in the entire year of the Taken King. 2. And they're both garbage rolls.
Mine are also... I got one that has, like, never runs out of ammo. You shoot something, you get ammo. You reload, you get ammo. Like, it's just a pure ammo Party Crasher.
Yeah.
Which is obnoxious.
I got one that's like Matador, like conspiracy theory range on it, and it's just disgusting. And you sit there and you run around with it, and it's hard not to keep it out most of the time.
Sure.
Well, I just see people running around with just their shotgun, and I'm just like...
I think this is actually a really good time to transition into another topic. We recently saw the MLG event.
That was so hype.
Yeah, that was
so good.
That was
awesome.
Shotguns.
That was shotguns for sure.
And the reason we want to segue is
switched
shotguns.
to a shotgun. So
that's
Hovey when you know.
Hovey didn't though. So
Hovey didn't, and Crafty were like, no.
Yeah. True Vanguard brought in
the fusion rifle.
Fusion rifle.
Props to True Vanguard when everyone was running like Stormcaller, like shotgun. Everyone was playing the meta. True Vanguard over here playing Defender Titan with a Plan C.
Yeah,
I respect him.
Quality.
I do
than I ever did.
There were a total of 19 fusion rifle kills during the course of that MLG event. All 19 of them were from True Vanguard.
Hell yeah!
That was very entertaining to watch. I thought they put on a really good show. I was really impressed with MTash. He did the casting for it. I thought really he was intelligent. He knew what he was talking about. He sounded confident. He did a great job casting it. I thought all the competitors did a great job. It was really entertaining to watch. Unfortunately, one team won the first 3 games, so it kind of like ended it.
Team was stacked. Alpha team was a little stacked.
Yeah, well, it did seem going into the event that Alpha team all had shotgunners and the Bravo team all had snipers. And we know enough about supremacy to say it seems like a shotgun rushing game type.
Yeah,
it's gonna be that
to do that.
Yeah. So I mean, but it was really entertaining. I thought they put on a great show. It was fun to see that level of professionalism brought to a Destiny PvP event, and I can't wait to see what they're going to do in the future.
Mm-hmm.
What I really liked about MTash's shoutcasting of it was that there was 56,000 people watching, right? And first of all, let's stop there. There was 56,000 people watching that event at the same time. I saw a high of
65 at one point.
Oh, 65. Okay, I'm sorry. So say 65,000 people watching at the same time. Call of Duty event was going on, and an MLG Halo event was going on, and we had more people watching Destiny than those 2 events combined. That's awesome. And second of all, I liked the way that MTash took that opportunity. He's like, not everybody who's watching this event is going to be a experienced Destiny player, and he was saying stuff that kind of was cringeworthy a little bit because Electric Smash.
Yeah.
I mean, he was saying stuff that was a little cringeworthy because we play the game a lot. But think about all those people that were being introduced to it for the first time because it was on the top of the Twitch page that really got to understand the game. And I'm with you guys. I got to give him props. I think he killed it.
Yeah,
I think he did a great
awesome.
job.
He did really good.
Yep. That's great.
I think the event as a whole, watching the game mode and hearing the support that Bungie gave it with, I wish that we would have been given that surprise. Lars and Derek could have given us that PvP private or the private match surprise.
Hadn't been leaked out.
Yeah. That would have been super hype.
Yeah, that would have been so great. Awesome. I would have lost it at work. I would have just.
I'm going home. I'm sick. I'm really sick right now, guys. I'm sorry. see, the great thing is, Pope, you can run out looking really happy, but at the same time, there are some excuses where you're like, yeah, sorry, I had the runs really bad. The exact same thing. It looks like the exact same thing.
I'm having a baby. I gotta get out of here.
This is great, guys. I gotta go. I'll see you later. He's like, wow, he's really happy. No, this is bad news. This is horrible news. Don't call me. Cease contact for the next 5 days. Just don't. No, we're done. Later, guys.
So what I'm really looking forward for MLG is I'm hoping that they're going to start organizing, the tournaments that we're used to seeing in CS:GO or Call of Duty. I can't wait to see that. I wonder how they're going to organize these things. Is it going to be 3-man teams, 4-man teams? How are they going to do it? What are the rule sets going to be? How are they going to decide those rule sets? It's going to be a really interesting time to watch that develop.
Absolutely.
In terms of sweaty matches, it looks like they're doing 4v4 zone control.
Mm-hmm.
So that was super interesting because zone control is my favorite thing. I love zone control so much. 4v4, I think we kind of saw coming because 4v4 fits the maps really well because they're kind of small. So it's going to be interesting what restrictions they put on. I honestly feel like they're going to have to stop the year 1 weapons coming eventually, just because if some kid picks up Destiny and he wants to be a competitive player and he doesn't have a God roll year 1 Matador, there's he's going to be at a disadvantage. So I think they're going to have to.
It's very hard to get it now too.
Yes,
but they also they also need to move into some sort of restriction as to what weapons can be used. Also,
they do,
because it needs to be what's at the vendors that you can personally buy right now. Maybe limit to that, and also exotics potentially, because those things need to be looked at for real competitive play. Also, I do think 4v4 is right. I think it's the right mode because it's a little different in terms of class balancing, but 4v4 has always been an excellent competitive matchup.
Well, I think it'd be really wise for Bungie, whatever the MLG standard becomes, I think it'd be really wise for Bungie to set up that game mode inside Destiny for, the regular players,
that would be cool.
Normal people, so that we can go watch an MLG event and then we jump onto, Destiny with our friends and we go compete, that'd be a lot of fun.
They actually did mention that with private matches, right? They were like, if they see something that the community's playing a lot, they'll think about implementing as a regular Crucible mode.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's something that Call of Duty does for their competitive community is that when you go into that private match arena, you can select any weapon, right? So nothing is blocked off. You can everything is unlocked. So
I would hate to see that come to Destiny, Pope.
I want to know more about that because I wanted to bring that up, and I'm a fan of that idea for the competitive community to grow. Just the things that Watts is saying, young kids coming up and having the same access to guns. But I mean, why do you think it's a bad idea, Brian?
Because one of the unique things about Destiny is the the collectathon, the loot, getting all of that stuff, getting the perfect roll on something, and then bringing it into the Crucible and shooting other Guardians with it. That's part of the fun. And one of the things I was really hoping, we weren't sure that they were going to play this event on their own accounts or if they would just play in the dev environment. And I was really hoping that they would play on their own event so we could on their own account so we could see, what these players thought was going to be their favorite loadout for this event. And I would like to see that continue into the MLG. I want to see them bring in, their favorite weapons, the weapons they've got. And then I would like to see, at the beginning of a match, like, let's go through what, KJ Hovey's using. Let's go through what True Vanguard's using. Let's go through, in just a brief 30-second rundown on each player, just so you can see. I think that'd be a lot of fun, and it would add to, the customization of Destiny. One of the things I hated about Call of Duty competitive is in some years they would cut that game down to pieces that it was hardly recognizable to a regular player. You couldn't use kill streaks. You couldn't use this weapon. You couldn't use that weapon. It was so restricted. And I would hate to see that. I would hate to see them restrict super usage. I would hate to see them restrict exotics. I would like to see the game that we play represented on the big stage.
Didn't they? I think the only thing that they did was I think they waived off heavy. I think that was the only thing they did during that MLG.
Yeah, that's fair because the heavy sucks.
Yeah.
Heavy's
I mean, I agree that we want to see the game that we want to play, but I also understand that the competitive community is maybe it's going to evolve, maybe it's going to change for Destiny, but at least for my experience in Call of Duty is that they have a very strict rule set.
Yeah.
And I don't know, it's not a level playing field, which competitive, right or wrong, it's not a level playing field which competitive communities seek to achieve by their rule sets and guns. So you can get players that are getting better guns now. And it just goes back to Miss Watts' point. I think there's a fine line. If you just took the competitive community and put them into a bubble, they may want something different than you and I want from the game as a whole. So
right, but they got to understand that they are putting on a show. They want the purest form of their sport, but they ultimately are there. It's a money-making enterprise, and they're putting on a show, and they have to accommodate that fact. And that's something that Call of Duty messed up for a number of years. They got back to it with Black Ops 2, and they were really successful. And then they've kind of messed with it again. If I honestly think that if Destiny, the best chance for Destiny to succeed on a tournament level is to put on the best show you can. And that includes the most bombastic, crazy shit that's going on the screen as possible.
Yeah, I know what you mean, because I remember speaking to someone about just competitive gaming and what makes a game competitively successful in terms of audiences watching. And a lot of people were talking about League of Legends and why that's so successful. And they were saying, well, a big part is that you watch people play League competitively. It's the exact same game as you can play at home. It's the same banning system. It's the same picking champion system. And everything within the game is exactly the same. So you can go and play your game, then go play at the highest level, and you see the exact same thing as you experience.
Yeah. If MLG has a real problem with the way something's balancing, I think they'll talk to Bungie about it, right? MLG is now an Activision company, so they got a direct line to Bungie. So if they want to collaborate on this, they got they can talk and make things happen pretty quickly.
The other thing we got to keep in mind also is that this is literally just happened because of the private matches, and that I don't think their intention from the beginning was to set out to make an MLG type of gameplay setup. So I think when we look forward in the future for Destiny 2, Destiny 2 is probably going to be tailored a lot more to having the casual and the pro tier plays folded together and making sense for people who just want to play the game regularly, and then also a pro level MLG type of circuit being formed. Because there's a lot of issues with this game, and it's exciting to see it move towards an MLG type of setup, but we all know there's a lot of things that they got to fix from netcode to weapons to 60 FPS, all those things have to be, dedicated servers for one. We really need that for it to really thrive.
Yeah, they need a spectator mode for good tournament broadcasting. You see what they can do with COD is they can show every player on the map. They can select a mode so that if you're viewing a certain player, you can actually see other players through walls that player can't see. It just makes for a really entertaining viewing experience because they built those tools into Call of Duty over the years, and it's really successful. Call of Duty match is a fun thing to watch, I think.
Yeah.
And they would need stuff like show they could see all the people on both teams if their super is ready, for example, because then you might want to jump on board with someone who has a super ready because they're going to do something crazy. So definitely having those kind of tools.
They were
that's what they're
trying.
doing. Yeah.
They were trying. They were definitely trying.
Yeah, they kind of have a simple system there where they can see all the viewpoints just because they have all the cameras hooked up.
Like a TriCaster.
Yeah, but I think what you'd want is probably something akin to Counter-Strike. Counter-Strike Global Offensive has a really, really good system for spectator modes where you can see behind the walls. You can see what weapon they currently have equipped. You can see like health percentages. It has all of it in a really easy to view package. I'd probably lean towards that for a thing to emulate.
Yeah, hopefully we'll see something like that come to Destiny 2. I don't expect to see it in Destiny 1, but if we could just start seeing some kind of competitive... Now, Farcog is doing a great job, and now with, private matches coming or here, Farcog, I think, is going to really have some great tournaments, too.
Mm-hmm.
But MLG just, it brings it to another level as far as, audience goes.
Mm-hmm.
It just reaches a wider audience because it's got the MLG name brand on it.
Can I ask a quick question? Since we're talking about the MLG event and we're kind of leading into private matches, what's like the wish list for private matches that we've all had a chance to play it? What is the glaring thing that not that I'm upset at how it came out, but what are some of the glaring things that are missing? And for me, customizing. For me, the first thing that came up was that you can't have more than two teams. You can't. The color changes. You can only have red and blue.
Yeah, and you can't bring 12 people into Rumble.
No.
Yeah, that's a bummer. Also, PlayStation Network's party limit kind of.
The party limit is a pain in the butt.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So you gotta
also people.
If you want a 12v12, you gotta have two parties, or you gotta use Discord or something.
Yeah.
One thing that's not to do with custom matches, but actually private matches. When people join your fire team, like even if you don't have private matches selected, like everyone can join your fire team. So you're trying to get a team ready to go do a strike or something, and you're like, oh, I got to kick like 90% of the people here.
Yeah.
So it would be nice
if you're watching this, don't do that. It's really annoying. Please, we're gonna put you.
Here's the problem though. Like a lot of times, if I just want to get a quick match going, I'll be like, all right, guys, join up. And before it would just be like it would cap it off at 6, but now, like I said, 3 or 4 other people join up, and you're like,
no,
first?
Damn it! I
so
don't want to beat people.
It's super fun and awesome, and I'm really glad we have it. It's like too. for version 1 of what we have, I'm really stoked. It makes me very happy.
There's already been some really cool games.
Yeah, what games have you seen? The
6v6 elimination is a fucking blast.
I haven't tried that. I need to do it.
Fun.
It is so much fun.
I thought it was going to be just a stupid game mode because it'd be just too much chaos for an elimination game type. It is ridiculously fun. Get a big ass map, and everybody's just like being super tactical. You're getting revives all over the place.
Watch.
Oh my god, it's so fun! It is really fun.
What's the one with the big moon map? It's
First Light.
First Light.
First Light is now relevant again.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it's so much fun.
Salvage 6v6 salvage on the bigger maps is probably one of the most fun things I've played.
That sounds
it's
good. I didn't
so
try
good because it's basically like Hardpoint in Call of Duty. But when you put it on the bigger maps, it's not as chaotic, so it makes it's really good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'd really like to see, you know what I'd love to see is for Bungie to actually implement a 6v6 elimination game mode that has objectives in it. So it'd be similar to playing Search and Destroy in Call of Duty. Like, because it is a really fun game mode. Having that many people in an elimination is really good.
Yeah.
I liked some of the fun, ridiculous ones that came up. Destiny Fun Police created the Fight Club.
God.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so fun. I got to try that.
Oh, it is a blast.
Dude,
Everybody,
the Bubble Punch Club.
Right. So if you don't know, if you're listening and you don't know the rules, you guys correct me if I'm wrong, but everybody sets up as a Defender Titan, right? Mm-hmm. And they go and they meet in the middle and they throw up their bubbles and they just punch each other until you can get kills, I guess.
Yeah, Royal Rumble. That sounds great.
Yeah. It's a blast. What crazy
I got
ones
to do
have
that.
you guys seen?
I actually started out by just going through each subclass. I was like, okay, join up as a warlock or a void warlock. Just super melee nade on all of them. I tried it out on I think every class except for Stormcaller and Sunsinger. Didn't try those, and the bubble punch just naturally like formed. It was great. We just all came on to be on Asylum and just kept on popping bubbles and punching each other and punching. It was awesome. It was so fun. I was like, God, this is great.
We had our whole lobby do inverted both ways.
Oh, nice.
God.
It was awful.
Nice.
Everyone
That
was like,
sounds hard.
never again. My eyes hurt. My brain
That
hurts.
literally hurts your brain.
Yeah, it does. When we went into a normal match, I'm like, I don't know how to play now because I'm expecting everything to be bad. So it was fun. It was definitely a funny moment, but it was awful.
We did
We
one
did it.
where it was 6v1. 6 people on sparrows. The only thing they could do was ride their sparrow, and the one person could use any weapon he wanted. And it was just like 6 people like trying to hit this guy with sparrow. Eventually, we upgraded to any vehicle available on the map, which turned out to be ridiculous too, because everybody's just blowing everything up all over the place. It's fun to do public matches, or it's fun to do these private matches, man, because you're playing with your friends and you're laughing the whole time.
Yeah, my favorite was we loaded up Crossroads as all Void Warlocks, and it's the battleship type of thing where as soon as you go to your place, or actually I said, Bravo's on one side, Alpha's on the other side, so we had to chuck Nova bombs across that giant valley on Crossroads. You know how you can man cannon across,
Nice.
Yeah.
So it's so great because like you have a definite divide right there.
Yeah.
And the thing is, wherever you stop and start throwing grenades or Nova bombs, you have to stay there. So you can't like dodge stuff, So you can go over, find a spot, but once you're there and you throw something, you have to stay there. It's so fun. It was I think my favorite mode out of all.
I heard of people go into those man cannons with swords, and they have to start on opposite sides and beat in the middle, and try and hit the other guy with your sword.
Yeah.
If you kill him, you win. If you both die, you try again.
Oh, that's great.
There was we did an oldie but goodie, and it's really easy to score. 6v6 clash, and every team picked a VIP, so someone on their team that was going to be the VIP. Yeah. So it's Slayer, but you can kill anybody with any weapon you want, right? Or super. But the only deaths that matter are the 2 VIPs on each team. So you had to circle around your VIP and keep them from dying. And so at the end of the game, you just kind of look at the KD of the whoever KD is better of the 2 VIPs, and then that's the team that won.
That's a great one too.
It's a fun, easy one to jump
fun.
into, and the rule set's easy, and it just good times. You can make it fun because all of a sudden then you're protecting your class loadouts are important. A couple Titans with defender bubbles, right? Helm of Saint 14s. Maybe your VIP has a shotgun.
I don't know. There's a really fun one from the Counter-Strike days. It was VIP mode where one team defends and you have to get your VIP to one section of the map, usually crossing its VIP. In Counter-Strike, you could make them have like 300 plus armor. Can't really do that right now. Custom games, that'd be cool. But for now, you have sidearm only as the VIP, and you make sure your phone doesn't go off during a podcast.
Oh my God.
It's okay. It's okay. Okay. It's my alarm because I sleep very odd times. VIP has sidearm. That's all they can use. Everyone else tries to kill VIP. Use something that makes them really glow. So like Glowhoo. Make VIP equip Glowhoo.
Nice. That's a good idea.
Yeah, and then make them get across the map.
Like you could enable light levels and have everyone be super low light level.
That works for them.
We were doing that too. Yeah. We had one team of 5 that were all like they had to be 200 light or under, and then one guy who was max light, and we were trying to hit him with hilts,
like a juggernaut type of mode.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So remember in Halo the infection game mode?
Yeah.
Right. So would it work where you infected have high? It starts off with one person infected, and they have light matters, and they have a super high defense and everything like that, and everybody else has to put on blue armor.
Yeah, I think you could do that.
Yep.
Yeah, that would be fun.
And then once they die, they have to switch to the other team.
They have to switch their armor and switch to the other team.
Yeah. And you make it like say 5-minute matches. So if you survive in 5 minutes, then you win.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's going to be fun. I mean, I know they're going to add version 2 and version 3 of this. They're going to I hope that once they phase out the old consoles and everything like that, and we're going to start seeing more options in private matches. But for version 1, very happy, ton of fun, the creativity of this community. There's already been groups that are starting to aggregate all of the cool ideas, and I've even seen some groups that are creating random loadout generator, or random
loadout generator.
Yeah.
But not random loadout, but it's random like match generator.
Oh yeah, I've seen that.
Right, and it selects. So as a group, you hit it, and it selects a new party game mode, and you can look it up and see what the descriptions are and stuff. So
that's cool.
Super cool.
Yeah, that's really cool. I feel like there's something that you could do with Rift, where if once you get the buff of holding the Rift, like it could mean something. You know, I don't know what. I'm sure there's ideas that can come from it, but I feel like you could have like a 1v1 experience or a 1v2 in Rift with that type of, you know, the one person gets the runner buff and then you have to do something. I don't know. It's ideas. It's not a fully formed idea.
Even just like regular stuff like fusion rifles only, snipers only, that's super fun. I think fusion rifle only was maybe one of the funnest things that we played. It could be because Ian, his internet was really bad, and it basically made him glitch out to where he was in the match, but not really. So I couldn't see him. No one on the enemy team could see him.
Oh, he became desynced. That's fun.
And
that's fun.
But he could damage people with grenades.
Yeah.
So we were playing Mayhem, and he switched to sticky grenades on his hunter and was just going right up next to people and throwing grenades. That would be a really fun actual game type. That would be amazing.
We should, we did sword hilts only, which is a classic.
That is so fun.
That's a classic.
That's not fun. It's a
favorite. It's a favorite for the Planet Destiny podcast. You know,
no,
classic.
Is it too soon? Too soon?
No, it's great.
No, yeah.
You have to make it either exotic sword hilts only or normal sword hilts only.
Yeah,
you can't
there's a difference.
Obviously.
There's obviously a difference.
Obviously different.
And by the way, there has been so many requests for a rematch between the Dream Team and us.
Oh, has there?
True.
Yes, a lot of people are talking about it.
True.
If we do a rematch, you know, it has to be a rematch. It has to be Tefty, Pope, and Breyer. I can't bail you guys out on this one.
What?
Can't.
See,
sorry. I have to be there to annoy the shit out of Tefty.
They can have 2 other people. And we can have a 5v5.
We're going to do
the Dream
5v5.
Okay.
Well,
Yeah, Dream Team plus 2 others.
Yeah.
Dream Team plus versus the stream and Dork Shadow. That could be the other 2 people.
There you go.
There you go. So put it out there. If you know Mr. Fruit, tweet at him. You know, we're officially
start up the podcast things again.
We're officially challenging Mr. Fruit to a rematch on even ground this time. None of this cheating. None of this sword hilt cheating that he did last time. We want a square even match, right, Tefty?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Absolutely.
Definitely, yeah.
We should all just buy the weapons
I don't know
the
if
gunsmith is selling and use that.
I don't know if I
Agreed.
can.
I like that.
I don't know if I
Perfectly
can agree to be on the same team as Tefty after he told me to eat a literal dick on.
That's because you were actually being an asshole to me. So you deserved it, actually.
That's right.
You bought and paid for that meal. I hope you enjoyed it.
Delicious. I loved it.
I forgave him, and he booted me from the Skype chat 3 times.
Yeah,
I did. Yep. Yeah, I was pretty triggered. That was one of those days. You know, it was a combination of lag and then the fact that my internet I had big internet problems back then because I was in the other place. So it was all those things combined.
Excuses.
Plus, you sucked with the sword. Real
You
tough.
sucked with the sword, man. You're using a legendary sword. Who uses a legendary sword?
I had no idea, Pope.
Who knows that? An exotic sword does
I
more.
had no idea.
Nobody knows that, Pope.
Don't you watch Mr. Fruit's videos?
So who really failed here and didn't inform the rest of his team?
Yeah, it was Pope.
I was enjoying watching you suffer.
Oh
All right.
God.
Oh my God. All right, let's move on.
Move on. We talked about private matches.
Nothing else about private matches. Just super fun for the community. Can't wait for new stuff to come out. Great things happening. Tweet at us if you discover a new game mode that you think would be great. I've seen people on the Twitch streamers 1v1ing their all those people that have been talking crap in their chats for years now finally get to 1v1 them. So
Yeah,
Nice.
that's right.
it's always great. So anyway, I'm excited.
You want to talk about the weekly update a little bit?
Yeah, go through the weekly update real quick.
All right. First of all, if you haven't seen the weekly update, you need to go check it out because it's one of the best screenshots I've ever seen from Destiny. Like, it's absolutely beautiful. It shows 9 Guardians. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 Guardians and all brand new armor for Rise of Iron, all lined up.
And there's a
looking badass.
wolf.
And a wolf.
Wolf.
Yeah, it really does look cool. It looks like they're at Fellwinter's Peak. It looks really cool. It's a good screenshot.
It's super
It is.
cool. Look at that Trials armor, Patrick. Are you excited?
I'm not looking at it right now. Hold on. We go to Bungie.net.
Ian's gonna
Ooh.
get the cape first week, and I'm
yeah.
gonna cry.
And we're not going to get it for at least 3 more weeks.
Yes.
Oh, that is so cool.
It
That is a
beautiful.
cool photo.
Yeah, that is.
It
Doggy.
is beautiful.
Doggy.
Dude, that wolf head. That is a massive wolf. Look how big that head is.
Wolves are pretty
compared to the
big.
Guardians.
Have you ever seen a
actual
wolf?
wolves.
That's a big.
Wolves-
That's a normal
They're
size
bigger
wolf.
than dogs. I
They're
will say
huge,
that.
dude. An actual wolf is
Yeah,
huge.
I don't know. Look at they're
Now-
wearing helmets. They're not like head size. They're like helmets on our characters.
Defty. Real wolf, huge.
They're
No,
pretty
I know they're
big.
big, but
Big.
that's like a bear almost.
Maybe
Yeah,
something
they're
we don't
big.
know about Guardians is that they're all like midgets,
We're all midgets. Oh, that could be why Shax is so tall.
right?
Yes, he's a normal
As-
person.
as we get
We are
further and
actually
further
fighting as
from the
Oompa
golden age,
Loompas.
our nutrition goes worse
Yeah.
and worse, and we keep getting shorter and shorter.
Yeah.
We're all like 5'2".
Oompa, oompa, oompa-dee.
No, I'm sorry. If you look at this photo, you can see that wolf is actually larger than the normal wolf. A
No,
real
it's
life.
not larger. It's
Yes,
up to
it
the,
is.
It's up
The
to the
Titan.
hip of a guardian.
Look at the head
Guys.
of the Titan,
Guys,
and then look at the head of the wolf.
I'm
guys,
looking at it.
guys, I know it's great and all.
The
to
wolf's
discuss-
head is huge.
I'm
Guys.
sorry, Tefty. I disagree with you. Maybe this is because you're just really short.
No, hey, we're the same height.
So
No, we're not.
moving
Yes, we
on,
are.
We are not the same height.
We are the
shorter
same
than
height.
me. You are like
No.
5'2", and
I've
I'm
never
like 5'7".
seen you guys in the same room.
Oh my God, Pope,
tall
we're the
are you?
same height. I'm 5'8".
You are not 5'8".
I am.
When you're wearing your special shoes, maybe, but
Oh my God, Pope, I'm about to kick you out of this. I'm about to kick you out of the call.
Can't. Briar's the start of the call.
I will end this call right now.
oh my god, that's so
Okay, so moving on.
yeah.
Elder of the Elder Champions, the group SD Battlefront, Red Sox 007, Blaze Boss 17. Special shout out to them. How many weeks in a row did they win?
13 weeks in a row,
That's
undefeated.
dedication.
Shot
Hold an A-Rod.
Yeah, that is freaking dope.
That is awesome.
Good job, guys. That is astounding.
That takes
They-
some commitment week in, week out.
Seriously,
Yeah,
right?
and even with the call out from Cosmo and Deej to dethrone them, there was a general call out in one of the updates to say,
Mhm.
"Hey, dethrone these guys," and they held tight.
And they definitely set quite a score for this last run. They broke 100,000 for the high score, 100,550. Next one, second place, 88,005. So
Yep.
good job.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we've seen like consistently different people at second and third place too, but first place is
It's been
that's pretty
close.
consistent.
It's been close.
We also found out that we're going to be able to link our Bungie.net account to our Twitch accounts.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're streaming or hanging out on Twitch, it will alert your friends on Bungie.net.
That's cool.
Yeah,
Pretty cool.
I'm not sure what I'd use that for. What would I use that?
I don't really know.
I think they talked about how it's meant to help people who want more exposure for streaming. You know?
Yeah, it's taking the Bungie forums and connecting them with live streaming and doing that live stream alerts thing. I think it's a solid service for the Bungie forum users.
Oh, so it's for the forum. So it's not going to work like on my clan page. It's just working on the forum.
Well,
no.
Can I not have the forum people come to my stream? They're really mean. They're very negative.
No, they're not. They're good people. I
angry.
come from the forums, and I'm not a negative person.
Are you an angry
I
person?
feel like you just proved Watts' point.
Yep.
I love the forums. I spent years on them. It
shows.
Nah, it's all coming together, man. It's all coming together.
It's what built your thick skin, Pope.
Mhm.
You became a warrior through the forums.
Yeah, I'm nice to people in chat. I'm nice to you guys. It's nothing.
So the other thing that they definitely went over in this weekly update, there will be a hot fix coming out on Monday, September 19th, the day before Rise of Iron comes out.
Eagerly anticipating this one.
Because it will fix this god-awful film grain issue.
Yes.
This film grain's so bad.
Yeah.
Like, it depends on the monitor you have. If you have a detailed monitor that, like, enhances the details in some of the screens, it makes it bad. It's very obvious. Some screens, it's so, like, you don't want to look at it because it's so grainy.
Yeah, mine, if you're on a gaming monitor, you're probably going to have a rough time. TVs have, like, you probably won't be able to notice it as much, especially if you're sitting far away. In some settings, go to the Dark Blade strike, and then look up when you're inside the pit. Yeah, there's actually like a noticeable FPS drop from how bad the grain effect is. It's a little bit crazy.
I think it affects streams too because there's so much more information. Like if you're looking normally, if you were looking at the sky, it'd just be blue, and Twitch could send this big blue port, but now it's blue, white.
It also causes a lot of it causes a lot of degradation too in transmitting the signal. Like I noticed my streams this week. Even though I'm streaming at 3500, thank you very much, good internet now, streaming at max quality, it's been lower than previous weeks because the type of information that's trying to get sent
more
is just
information.
Yeah, it's just it doesn't like it.
There's never a static image.
Yeah.
Yep.
They are also fixing issues impacting revive timers. So that was one of the things where they unnerfed. They unnerfed the res timer.
They did.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It was. I was like, oh,
wait.
this is very.
I'm sorry. So they're gonna re-nerf it?
Yes. It was a bug.
Remember how they extended the time? Yeah.
Came
Oh, it was a bug because it was in their patch notes. Like they said they were gonna do it.
What?
They said they were gonna unnerf the res timer.
Really?
Patch notes.
Yeah.
No, they said they were going to clean up an issue with the res timer, but they didn't say that they were going to unnerf it. They just said they were going to clean up a glitch in it.
Yeah.
And I guess cleaning that up made it unnerfed.
Whatever.
Did it?
I took issues impacting revive timers to be they're going to make it go back to the previous change because that was a pretty big. They were pretty happy about that too, and I think
it was
a very
good change.
I feel like it was a really good change. The other things that quest tracking on some vendors, Cosmodrome and Mars, and then volume issues impacting some lines from Lord Shax in the Crucible as well. All that stuff will be fixed. So that patch will go live on Monday, and hopefully it won't cause any other bugs.
Oh,
None.
None at all, right? That never happens. All right.
It's a very uncomplicated code for this game, and when they change things, nothing goes wrong.
Yep.
Ever.
Not a single thing.
Super simple.
The best part about coding is not when you realize you got something to work, it's when it was broken and then it starts working and you didn't do anything.
That is the worst.
It's great. It's great.
it's the best part.
Ninja
It's
bugs.
exciting.
Yeah, it's great.
Ninja bugs.
All right. What else do we? You can take the.
It
hat
won't
off
stay on
now,
my
Jesse.
head. I'm sorry.
It's fine.
Won't stay on. I've tried.
We also saw the interview with Chris Barrett. I think this was on Polygon.
Yeah, it was Polygon.
Yep.
Where he was asked about the raids. He didn't say they're coming back. It's not confirmed that they're coming back, but he said, it's in the top 10 list of things they'd like to do is to bring back the old raids. And it's something they're looking at. So, people who want that to happen saw some encouragement there. People who don't want that to happen saw some negative there.
Why would you not want that to happen, honestly?
Well, I mean, I kind of, I could flip on this on a daily basis. Tefty Teft.
Yeah.
Honestly, is like if you ask me tomorrow, I might have a different opinion. But like when I think about them going back to update the old raids, I think of Prison of Elders and Challenge of Elders. Right? I played so much Prison of Elders last year. Challenge of Elders came around and it was an updated version of Prison of Elders. I just, I found it boring very, very quickly. So if they're going to spend a whole lot of time updating old content, I'm not going to get nearly the amount of replayability I would out of brand new content. So that's kind of how I see it.
I also do like the fact that you use Tefty's full name, Tefty Teft.
I was reading it, when I see something, it just comes right out the mouth.
It's when you know it's serious. Tefty, you were...
Tefty Teft? It's like
I know.
I
was like,
mad at him. Tefty
wow.
Teft?
Yeah, you got to deliver this point to me. Jeez. Well, I hear what you're saying, but I don't think they're actually going to approach it and like they're spending all this time with the content, like freshening up this content, spending time that they could be using on new content. I think it's more like they, again, like what I've been saying, is a final farewell patch for this version of Destiny to bring everything to make it relevant again. So then, if people do want to come back to this version, have fun with it. Like I don't think they're going to be wasting time. In other words, where they could have been developing something else.
I mean, any time spent in development, right, could be used for one thing or another. And
but they've got a dedicated team towards the live team.
If the live team is working on updating the old raids as opposed to creating new stuff, then I mean,
but they're not going to be working on Destiny 2. Destiny 2 has its own team. At least
I'm not saying they are, but like even if you're talking like what you're talking about, and I'm not saying I totally disagree with you. To be honest with you, Tef, because honestly, you could ask me about this tomorrow, and I might have a different opinion. I flip flop on this constantly. But if the live team is working on updating the Vault of Glass in Crota's End and the King's Fall raid, or they're working on 4 new story missions and a new raid, which one would you rather see? I'd rather see the new raid.
Yeah, but I don't think we're getting a new raid.
Team for the new raid, though.
Yeah, you're probably right. I don't know. I'd always prefer to see brand new content over rehash content, just because I've played the old stuff to death.
Yeah, I feel you on that, and I'm with you on that. If there's a choice between new content versus having a rehash of the old content, obviously I want new content. But my perspective is that the new content is coming in Destiny 2, and Destiny 2 is going to be lit. Yeah,
I hear it.
I'm like, this version can get buttoned away with all kinds of like, hey, this is a final farewell patch. All the content that you loved is still relevant.
Yeah. In the midst of my excitement for Rise of Iron, I still have that fear for the rest of the year after Rise of Iron. After, starting in January, what are we going to be looking at? Like, is it going to be a repeat of year 2 where, in January, we're really looking for something to do. And that next thing was the April update, which lasted about a month. And then, if you weren't a PvP player, there was nothing to do in Destiny.
Yep.
Yeah.
So my only hope, and I don't think that I don't want to reimagine the old raids. I think what would be great for players that are want to go back is have nightfall type situations for raids where you go back, it's up to the current light level, and you have modifiers that challenge you in doing the raid with nightfall perks on or nightfall challenges on.
They actually do that in WoW. No.
Okay, well,
look, I've been absent and I haven't made a ton of WoW references. I had to. I'm making up for lost time. Okay?
So you're saying I'm not coming up with a brand new idea? I'm pretty sure that
I don't even see how it's relevant. Who cares if they do it in WoW? We want to see it in Destiny.
I know, right? What I wanted to follow up with, it's really successful and it's awesome because some people that didn't get to play this stuff when it was relevant content, now they get to, and they get to get loot drops from it as well. It's really great for times when there's not a hell of a lot to do. So it's like, I can look forward to doing old Burning Crusade dungeons at current light level now. So
that'd be freaking amazing.
That would be amazing, and see, I'm already flip flopping on it. I'll flip flop on it.
It's okay to flip flop. Imagine the Fatebringer comes back on like the last 3 months of this version of Destiny.
I'd be so happy to see the Fatebringer.
And then, hey, if you do the old raids at a higher light level with a nightfall modifier, it drops those guns at a higher at the current light level.
Yeah.
Tell me
Absolutely,
that's tell me that's not relevant.
I would run that every week.
I would run that every day until I got all those weapons. You know I would.
Yeah. Except for the vision, any of the primary ones would have to be changed. You would still get the vision of confluence. It just wouldn't have a primary elemental damage.
Okay.
Or maybe it did.
All right.
All right, so another piece of news has come out this week, and that is about rep boosters. We talked a lot about rep boosters when they were first announced in the April update. And now they're kind of skipping a step with rep boosters. Before, you could use real money to buy silver in-game, then use the silver to buy silver packages or whatever, sterling packages, which may contain rep boosters. We got that got under our skin a little bit because it felt a little bit pay to win. They're skipping a few steps now. Going into Rise of Iron, you'll be able to use money to buy rep boosters.
What's the conversions? The conversions, or like the cost? Do they say?
I don't think we know.
We don't know yet. Okay.
I don't know.
I've gone back and forth on this. Normally, I'm the big, I'm the guy that sounds the alarm when we're getting too close to pay to win, and it. I don't know. I'm reserving judgment on it because it sounds like it's not a huge jump. It sounds like the water just slowly turned up a little bit, though.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it's kind of always been like with all of these things. It's like ever so water's rising ever so slightly.
This is no change.
You're
to
like,
me.
no.
This is honestly no change to me. We talked about this before. We were upset about it before. It's now that they're just skipping a step. They're making it more direct. You're going to get more value for your money if you want to do this.
One of the other things is it looks like rep boosters currently in the game right now are like when you use one, it applies to all of your characters. So
nice.
If you
Because
swap
it costs
characters, if you swap characters, you'll still have the effect on that character. Redglitch popped one on a warlock, swapped to his hunter. We still had the effect.
Nice.
Now,
also when you level up when you level up, you're also going to be able to choose if you want armor or weapons.
Here's what I think more effective. Here's what I think balances that out. Isn't there also talk, or wasn't it also announced that you could get silver from in-game?
Not it's a different
silver dust.
Silver dust.
Silver dust is different.
Never mind. Somebody tweeted at me saying that you could earn silver from playing, and I have I know that was kind of scaring me because I could imagine tons of people just sitting there in North Korea farming silver, and then selling the accounts. Isn't that? Remember what they did in? They were selling like WoW characters.
You say North Korea?
Yeah, they had. It was a thing. They had
all these. They don't have
it's
internet.
Usually China.
They don't have internet in North Korea.
China.
Yes, they do, and they had. No,
they're sectioned off from our internet, aren't they?
They have internet. They have access.
They have internet, dude.
Yeah.
What do you see? People in North Korea in horse-drawn carriages, like the Quakers, or something?
Yes, obviously.
No! God.
And nuclear bombs.
Yes. Okay. So anyway, they had all these people doing this sweatshop stuff. So never mind. If it's not, it's good that they're not going there.
It's still to me it's the same as it was with the April update. It's still an indirect way of pay to win. I'm not actually paying for a weapon, but I'm indirectly paying for more chances to get a perfect weapon. Yeah.
I don't think this jump is going to really affect anything.
No, it's the next one or the one after that or the one after that.
Right. It's further down the road. This is fine. This is not going to change anything from what we have. Every time they take a small step,
they're getting closer to that point.
Well, when we get to that point, it's going to be a problem.
I want to pull the brakes now before we get to that point.
See, I think that's what it is. It's like it's a stepping stone towards buying engrams directly for money. And I don't want that. I actually don't mind if people can get boosters. It's like, all right, so you can buy a booster to help your account. It doesn't really rub me the wrong way. It just, if there's something like, hey, you can buy these legendary engrams directly out of there for cash, then I'm like, well, obviously there's a conflict.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the amount of time you put in versus money in the game. I
Yeah,
don't know.
who needs to buy legendary engrams to get cool stuff? You just go to the Cryptarch. I mean,
This
am I
is
right?
how all those, you
Yeah.
know, like those pay to win games or those tap games that work on iPhone. Like this is how they work, right? Is that you can do this the slow way, or you can give us money to do it faster. This is like the same exact model as all of those. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, and the $50 bill I got from my iTunes account for my son buying a bunch of things for Dragonvale.
Yeah.
Like fake gold.
So that he doesn't have to play it. I don't know. I mean, I feel like we talked this to death in April.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
nobody really listened, so I'm not going to bother anymore. It's not my job anymore.
I'm kind of going either way, but it just feels like Patrick said, we're sort of just in that pot of water and it's slowly getting warmer. And I wouldn't be surprised in Destiny 2 we see something a little bit more direct, like Tefty's talking about.
I don't. Think
really
I
don't want
really
to.
hope not.
Like,
I don't
if-
think we ever will see anything like that.
I hope not. But the
absolute direct.
worst possible thing is like Activision is say, hey, you need to have this exclusive exotic come out of these engrams that you can only buy. And that's supply drops, you know? That's dumb. I hope it doesn't go to that direction because it really does segregate portions of the community and it polarizes people. But all we can do is say, please no.
Yeah. I mean, if you could buy an LDR right now, how many people would have been tempted to buy an LDR?
I
Over
just
the
dispelled
summer.
one.
I can tell you when I was going through the drought of literally no sniper rifles for like 3 months.
Yeah.
Yeah. You would have been
Yeah,
like,
I'd be awfully
okay.
tempted to buy a
Yeah.
party crasher. I'll be honest with you.
oh, yeah.
All right.
Awfully
Yo,
tempted.
I just want to point out real quick. A lot of people are confirming what I said. It's very few people in North Korea have internet, and they're mostly military for hacking.
Yes.
Like people
Yeah, the common
aren't farming.
person in North
People
Korea
aren't
does not
farming
have-
WoW.
No.
Yeah, the people aren't farming WoW gold in North Korea
God.
ever.
All right, Tefty, I'm going to link you on Twitter the article where it talks about it. It is a government-run organization that was doing it for money.
From North Korea?
Yep, they uncovered.
Still, it's the government. It's not
Yeah,
the
yeah.
common
Government.
person.
Well, yeah, it's okay.
It's not
'cause
like there's a
the
company
government.
in China who like literally hires a bunch of people to
Yes,
farm
they do.
gold
It's
in WoW.
government. It's the
Oh.
companies. Oh my God, never mind.
Yeah, it'll
China
be boring.
ruined Aeon.
We got the tinfoil
They
hats
ruined
on.
it.
So
Patrick, tell me about something you love.
You
Let's
know
have
what
it.
I really love? You know what I really love? Blue microphones, because no doubt you notice these wild mics and headphones that we are using. They're just some of the iconic gear that Blue creates. Blue's award-winning mics are the driving force behind professional musicians, internet creators, and countless elite gaming teams and Twitch streamers. Their Yeti USB mic is the internet's most popular microphone, and their Movi and Lola headphones deliver insane sound in a very personalized fit. I noticed Breyer is using the new Lola headphones now.
Yeah, I really like these too. They're a little bit lighter than the Mo5s that I was using before. And they're actually more comfortable to me, but they sound great.
Yeah. Blue offers everything you need to
Nice.
completely immerse yourself in the ultimate gameplay experience. Learn more about Blue at bluemic.com. Thank you very much for the transition, Breyer. How about we take some questions?
All right. Z-Dude0127. If Nintendo sent a raid team into Vault of Glass consisting of only characters from their franchises, who would they send?
Well, obviously Mario would be in there.
Mhm. I mean,
Obviously.
he's got that jumping puzzle nailed.
yeah.
Luigi's
Yeah.
gonna fuck it up every time though with that little skedaddle he does.
yeah,
Yep.
You're gonna want Donkey Kong in there. I feel like,
Donkey
right?
Kong is
Yeah.
gonna be good.
you're gonna definitely
Zelda.
want Zelda.
Zelda
yeah.
for puzzles. Yep.
hmm
or
Link, you mean?
Link.
Yeah. Sorry, my bad.
Yeah.
Just,
So
just,
we got Mario, Link,
So much
Donkey
Why not
Kong.
Zelda also?
All right,
Yep.
throw Zelda in there.
Yeah.
Who else?
We need
Well,
some
you want
Pokemon
Yoshi?
in there.
What was the original
Oh,
question?
Pokemon?
Are we
Ton
just
of
bringing
Pokemon.
over everyone from Nintendo? Is that what
Yeah,
we're doing?
if Nintendo set up a raid team for Vault of Glass using Nintendo
Oh.
franchise characters,
I'm going
who would it be?
Metroid.
Oh, Samus. Oh,
Samus.
Yeah.
definitely. Yes,
That's right.
Yeah.
All right, that's 5. We need a 6th.
The characters from the game with the painting.
What?
I'm so good at this because I haven't
Mario
played.
Paint.
No, the standalone game. Splatoon. There we go. Got it.
Okay.
Oh.
The only people who have guns.
Some new.
That's a
Some
really
of that
good one.
new.
Yeah.
That game was fun. I don't know if you guys played it. It was really fun.
I didn't play it.
once at my friend's house.
I
and it
didn't.
was-
People in chat are saying Mega Man. That would be dope too.
That's
Yeah,
not.
but
a
he's not really Nintendo.
franchise.
No.
That's
Yeah.
Capcom.
Oh, that's right.
Yep.
Rich, I'm really liking sidearms since the update. What weapons do you like or think could now compete?
Sidearms. Sidearms are pretty good.
Yeah.
A lot of people are liking like Nerwin's Mercy, Red Death kind of pulse rifles now. Seeing a lot of people enjoy Red Death.
Yeah. I'm seeing
Yeah.
it too, but it's
I
is
use it and
competitive?
I'm like,
time to kill.
blah.
Yeah.
That's my.
Red Death is great because it gives you your health back if you do win the gunfight, but you have less chance of winning the gunfight.
Right.
For me, it's the same thing. It's sidearms. I feel like we can actually use them now and then be useful.
You know what I hear are pretty good right now, actually? High range shotguns, like max impact shotguns.
Oh,
Sleeper,
I
I
haven't
know.
seen any in the Crucible.
Yeah.
Give it a shot. You might like what you see.
Oh, those
That's
are
kind of new. That's
those are
kind
the
of new.
snipers. Oh, that's the new sniper class that they introduced, right?
Yeah.
Yep. I feel like this is one of those Mutual of Omaha like Wild Kingdom shows where they talk about how one predator is like killed or lost from the ecosystem and another apex predator comes out.
Yeah.
You nerf the crap out of sniper rifles and what do you get? You get shotguns galore, baby. So
There's more shotguns for sure.
oh sure.
Yeah.
I'm just constantly being chased by people with shotguns.
It's wonderful. It's
Yeah.
wonderful.
It's so effective. It really is.
It's great.
I have to use bad juju so then I don't have to reload after I kill them because I don't have enough bullets to handle the shotguns.
Yeah, like if there's
Jumping
two
at
or
me.
three of them. Yeah.
It's
just
great to
constantly
use.
are
I've been
Fabian strategy. That gun is fun to use now.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
I
It is a
got
lot
melted
better.
by it. I was like,
Yeah, if you're close up, it switches to that doctrine. It's got a little more stability, which really seemed to help. But it is fun to use now. And getting your ammo back after the kill,
Yeah.
like it allows you to just move on.
Yes,
Yeah.
it is.
I like that gun. It's still got a lot. I kind of compare it to Hardlight a little bit. I'm not sure. I haven't done any actual testing. Patrick, maybe you need to do a weapon review on this.
Which one? Which one?
Fabian strategy is. I kind of am thinking
Tefty's
that
the one. Tefty's.
it's a
yeah, I
little
got
bit
it.
like Hardlight, where the Hardlight has more visual recoil than it has actual recoil. Right? As the gun bounces around, but the bullets actually go pretty much where you're aiming. I'm starting to think the Fabian strategy is like that right now, where the sights are bouncing around, but your bullets are actually landing.
mm.
I'm not sure though. I
Yeah.
haven't tested it, but I'm starting to get that feeling because it's killing people pretty quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got melted by it.
Yeah. The
Amazing.
range and stability really helped.
It's amazing
Yeah.
what happens when you have a gun that has really poor stability and needs it to actually work, and you make its stability go to an actually usable state.
Yeah, but I mean, a lot of people bounced off of it right away after the update because they said it still doesn't have the stability
Okay,
because it's got a lot of visual bounce to it.
I don't know.
Oh.
I saw someone use it at Bungie on the live game, and I was like, "This looks fine." And it's in the unupgraded form.
Mhm.
Like, okay,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. I used it quite a bit when just recently, and I'm with you, Briar. I love the rate of fire change as a player gets closer to you.
Yeah.
It helps me to handle rushing titans or rushing shotgun gunners.
Yeah.
I start off firing. It's a suppression weapon at range, and then I start firing as a player challenges me. I back up, and I'm able to kill them.
Yeah.
I've
And then if you
been
get that kill, it gives you ammo back, and you can
That's right.
you
keep
kinda
going.
keep going. And in
Yeah.
PvE, the thing is a monster now. Like it's
Yep.
really good. You just mow through mobs.
Yeah. For trash mobs, it is incredible. You just
Yeah.
constantly getting ammo back and mowing
Yeah.
through them. Yeah. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, I agree.
Master Rune, another very important question: tacos or burritos?
Tacos.
Tacos.
The tortilla, and in fact, the wrap in general, I believe, is not a very good invention. It never actually tastes good.
Well, you're not
Correct.
going to the right places, man. I live in California where they actually make their tortillas properly. I've been to a lot of places where they make burritos where they don't cook the tortilla. Most people don't know that tortillas come uncooked, partially cooked, and you need to finish them.
Put them in the
on a hot-
oven.
You need to put them. You need to partially cook them on an open flame.
Yeah.
I
Then
I
you
think
can-
a
then you
taco
can-
tastes good. It tastes like a corn chip.
I like that you
Soft
can put your
tacos?
entire meal. You can put your entire meal into
Uh-huh.
a burrito and eat
Yeah.
it. It's
It
just
is a
convenience. It's
portable. It is a
convenience.
portable meal. Tacos much more messy, but I prefer the
Depends.
flavor of a taco.
I'm abstaining from this conversation.
Really?
Why?
You don't want to make your tacos and burritos jealous?
No, because if I were to actually start talking, I would need at least another hour. So we're just gonna
All
save
right.
Leave it for
for
tomorrow.
I
later.
accept that answer.
It's gonna get really technical. I'm gonna start bringing out the
We'll
spreadsheets.
come back to it
I
tomorrow.
got some
People will
pie
learn.
charts over here. Well, like it's gonna get sciencey.
Super fun people.
I'm
sorry,
gluten
go ahead.
free. I'm gluten free, so I have to default to tacos because it's the most convenient for me. But I do enjoy a really good taco. It can be just as bad though when you have a bad taco. I mean,
Yeah, that's
Well, I mean,
absolutely
bad
true.
is bad. Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, and a bad burrito. It's like, what is this gas station quality
see,
burrito? Jesus, why did I buy this?
This is a good point though, because if you have a bad taco, it's not as bad if you have a bad burrito. Because if you get a bad burrito and you've eaten the entire thing and it's inside your stomach and your stomach's full,
It's not staying there long.
it's not staying there long. And throwing
Got
up
the
a
exit strategy.
taco is totally different than throwing up an entire burrito.
An entire, yeah, that's
Yeah.
true.
Yeah,
That's true.
because some of it got in, and it's got to go out the other way.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want that split exit situation either, man. That could be a real
No, that requires shower time. That's no good.
Super fun people. Who would you each most like to 1v1 be, bro, in the streaming YouTubing community?
I'm gonna have.
I know Pope Bear's answer. I just know you. I don't know if he'll say it. Go ahead, Tim. I'm sorry.
I'm gonna have my wife 1v1 me on stream.
Well, that's a whole nother pay-per-view channel, Tefty.
Yeah.
I don't know if that fits in the terms of service.
Yeah, that's gonna get you kicked off of Twitch real quick.
Oh
Just
my
saying.
god.
I'd love to 1v1 Hovey because like amazing sniper, really good play. I don't know. I want to see how my play style matches up against his.
He's got a good stream too. I like hanging out in his stream.
Yeah,
I lurk in his stream a lot, and he's just a chill dude.
Yep.
Yeah.
I actually challenged somebody to a 1v1 already, and he accepted.
Who is it?
I challenged Triple Wreck to a 1v1.
Oh yeah.
He accepted. The loser has to delete a God roll IS Luna.
Which
Okay.
you have 10 of, and he has one
Well,
of.
whatever.
Oh, what a stacked-
Details, right? So I do have a couple, so I'm not worried about it. But here's the deal. He has to kill me. I have to kill him once, and he has to clean me out in a 1v1.
You only got to kill him once
That's
in an
only
entire
it.
match?
He's got to wipe
Holy
me,
crap.
and he
Okay.
put it out there. So he's confident, and I think he might just do it. Oh Jesus!
I don't actually know. There's so many good players that I would love to actually see in a 1v1 environment and see how they move and see how they shoot. That's a tough question.
I would like to go against Mesa Sean. I've never actually met him in person. I've only talked to him, like had short conversations with him on Twitter. And that night we played the podcast Showdown.
Mhm.
And I like the guy. I would like to play him. I think we'd have a lot of fun playing a 1v1.
You know what? I'd 1v1 Dado. That sounds fun. Yeah. Hawk
That would
moons
be it.
only.
How come? You...
Fuck moons only.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's good. That's fun. I think that these 1v1s with like in the community has been a lot of fun to watch, and it reminds me of like the early Halo days where you're just doing these LAN parties and stuff, and
Yeah.
I'm having a ton of fun.
Yeah.
Except now there's thousands of people watching. Richard asks, by giving the YouTubers early previews, do you think it spoils the sense of community discovery?
A little bit. I can totally see where you're coming from in that. On one side, you know, yeah, I think this time we have revealed a ton of info. Like I've been genuinely surprised at the amount of information that Activision has allowed to go out. On the other side, you don't have to watch the stuff that goes out.
You don't
too.
know.
You know, and it's I completely understand how difficult it probably is to avoid all the info that's going out right now. You know, if you like watching Destiny videos on YouTube, there's going to be a ton of spoilers probably in your suggestions tab.
I hate when they put the thumbnail itself is the spoiler.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
the problem,
Come
and that's
on.
when people
Right.
start getting angry is when it's in the thumbnail or it's in the title.
Yeah.
Because if you upload the video and you're like, you know what, this is gonna be a spoiler, click off if you don't want to see that. That's fine. People can't get angry about that. It's all good. But when it's right there, you're like, damn it.
The video is called My Thoughts on Private Matches, and it's like the new strike as background gameplay. Like, no, motherfucker, pause.
Yeah.
You're like,
Yeah.
no, stop it. You gotta get off. Go away. No.
Yeah, do you remember when the new Star Wars came out and
Yeah.
you know Han Solo died,
that's
right?
That
Somebody in my chat.
Whoa,
Jesus
too
Christ,
soon.
folks. Jesus, dude.
No, everybody's watched it by now, man.
No, dude. You got to give at least 5
Even
years for
then.
that.
Yeah, you got to be a
At least
prominent
5
figure.
years.
May or may not have passed.
You
Holy
are
shit.
full of it right now.
Jesus.
You guys are full of it. If you haven't seen it by now, you deserve to go, like, you know, I don't know.
Probably go watch it.
Some guy.
Yeah, you deserve to watch it
Well, what's the
without
point
having
now?
prior knowledge.
Some guy put his Twitch name was, you know,
Yeah,
so and so
was that
died.
spoiler,
Yeah.
yeah.
I feel like every game that comes out that's popular, somebody makes Twitch account names of spoilers that happen in the story.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
it
yeah,
happens. It happens
definitely.
all the time.
Yeah.
People
No,
join
we
chat. They're like,
So
"Hi."
many people get banned in chat though than when that movie was just about to come out.
No, yeah.
Like,
We had
it was constant.
that
Yep.
that week of Star Wars. We had to turn the podcast on sub only mode because
That's
it was
right.
just
Yeah.
it was bad in chat.
People are roasting me right now in chat. Oh,
Well deserved.
That's because that's
Yeah.
rude,
Well
Pope.
deserved,
That's
man.
actually rude, man.
Blurted it
Yeah,
out.
you should be ashamed of yourself if you haven't seen Star Wars by now.
Hey, man.
no,
not a true fan.
Some
No.
people are
Haven't seen it,
not
so therefore
capable
you do
because
not
of
care.
yeah.
That's what reason, Tefty? Come up with
Financial
one reason.
reasons. They got kids. You know, maybe.
Yeah.
You know, going to the movies wasn't the most important thing at the time. It was paying the bills. They didn't get to the movie theater. They haven't gotten a chance to watch it on DVD.
It just recently became available for streaming to like actually rent on things like Vudu and all that.
Mm.
Like within the past month.
All right, I apologize.
It's still
profusely
questionable
for
to
those
mention who
people.
Luke's father is.
Exactly.
Finding someone who doesn't know that or who has just never watched Star Wars and is also oblivious of that is truly rare.
There are people out there.
Yeah. I know.
Especially young people.
All
Young
right,
people.
fine. For that one in a million
Repent.
chance, I
Repent.
apologize. I will self-flagellate this evening to atone for my
Christ,
sins.
People are gonna have to look up that word.
That's gonna be a fun YouTube search.
That's gonna be a great dictionary.com search. All
The
right.
last Mohican 9. What kind of flowers should I get my wife on the 19th, or will it have to be diamonds?
Diamonds.
Yeah, I'm going with diamonds, my friend.
Flowers are not. It depends how much she likes flowers. Some people really like having fresh flowers in their home. If you buy her some super great flowers,
I feel like we need a follow-up question for the last Mohican 9 in that, are you planning on doing a world's first run on the raid too? Because then it's definitely diamonds.
Flowers plus chocolate.
Yeah,
every
right.
day next month.
Or, opposite sex, a new watch or a car.
a car. Wow. Okay, that's intense.
I like cars. Jordy Garcia Patron. What is your favorite thing to eat, and why will Holtzman say everyone's wrong?
I like this person. What's my favorite thing to eat? Sushi.
Sushi,
Ooh,
me
that's a good
too.
pick.
I love sushi.
Damn, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Sushi's great.
Sushi is great. You
I
know,
could
and-
say something that I like that Patrick will definitely be angry about.
Yeah, what's wrong with sushi, Patrick?
I fucking love
Yeah.
sushi.
Okay,
Yeah, I was about to say.
it's about time you agreed.
What about pineapple on pizza, Patrick?
Yeah.
Love on pizza.
That's
Oh,
delicious.
what?
You get sweet
Wow,
and
really?
savory all in one
You
bite.
agree
It's
with
great.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, there we go.
You put Canadian bacon and pineapple
Hawaiian
on
pizza is
pizza
delicious.
with like
I love Hawaiian
red,
pizza.
with hot red
It's
Yeah.
peppers
great.
sprinkled over the
It's
top.
delicious.
Now you're talking. I gotta go.
The chat's gonna get
Hungry.
angry. They constantly tell me that pineapple on pizza is disgusting. So
No, it's
No
delicious.
way. It's amazing.
It's freaking delicious.
Yeah.
You know what's even better is having like pepperoni and cheese and pineapple and pizza right next to each other, or Hawaiian pizza. So you can be like, delicious.
You
Oh
ever
my God,
do?
it's
You ever do
delicious
the
too.
pizza sandwich where you have two different kinds of pizza in the square slices? You put them together.
No, I
two
haven't
sides
gone to
together.
school for
I
that.
can't
Make a
say I've
pizza
done that.
sandwich.
I haven't eaten square.
That's next
pizza
level
since
pizza right there.
Are these pizza strats? They are, right? I've never done that.
All right.
All right, Pedro, Mr. Scorps. Should we expect Icebreaker and Pocket Infinity to return in Rise of Iron? I ran into a guy using Pocket Infinity today. Holy shit, that gun is good.
It's
it's
nasty.
real good.
I think that we're gonna see every gun come back.
Eventually, I bet we'll see every gun.
Wasn't there talk though that they
That'd be
said
cool.
Icebreaker specifically had problems that they didn't want to bring back?
Well, yeah, because
they singled it out. Yeah.
yeah, they
Yeah, they singled it out.
Icebreaker is very difficult to design encounters around because, it never runs out of ammo. You can just
Right.
just negate an encounter by staying really passive.
Yeah.
I mean, are we
good for
gonna
every
see-
Nightfall in year one?
Are we going to see an Icebreaker year 3 that's like a hollowed out, soulless version of the original Icebreaker?
Where you have to pick up ammo for it.
Yeah, it's just like the shell that's
I
just a
don't know.
regular sniper
I
rifle.
always thought it would be really cool for Icebreaker. Like, it regens ammo, but to regen the ammo, you have to move around. Like, it charges
That'd
off
be
your
cool.
off your Guardian's movement or something.
I
thought
got it.
that'd be
You have
really
to
cool.
put silver dust into it.
What if? Oh yeah, movie is
Fueled by
good.
your money.
I mean,
We'll use
Icebreaker's a
that
perfect
for
time to
every-
come back with all the snow. There's ice. It
So
could
wait,
break it.
what if
Right?
the icebreaker has like a charge point on it, and in order to charge it, you have to get kills with your primary,
Oh, it's interesting.
and then it's charged, and so you switch to use it, and it regenerates ammo as long as it's charged, and then it will go away, and then you have to get more kills to charge it up.
That would work. I don't know why.
Guys.
Yeah, you know what? Like the put away method honestly sounds like Pat saying move around and maybe put it away. You stow it and move around, it recharges.
There's an update to Brilliance.
Oh,
So we
Oh.
should probably go over that.
Oh my goodness! What
Seeing
happened?
as we're here.
What happened?
There's
What
just
happened?
more
Tell me.
dialogue within the Brilliance section.
oh, they added more dialogue
They did.
to the
Read
section.
it.
of-
Read it.
Oh.
Read it. Read it.
Oh,
read
don't
it.
do
Oh,
it.
no, don't read it. It's too long.
Don't-
but
don't
It's
read it.
super long. Can we get like the
I'll read it.
breakdown of
You guys talk. I'll read it. I'll read it right now.
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
I'll move on to the next one. Full Metal Otaku. What did you think of the MLG showcase of Destiny and Supremacy game mode? What could have been better, or did they nail it?
We kind of talked about that.
Yeah,
Or did we
I
talk about
actually
it
think
enough?
they nailed it.
Yeah, I like the supremacy game mode. I loved what was it called in Call of Duty? It was called
Kill confirmed.
Kill Confirmed. Kill Confirmed is probably one of my favorite game modes because I in Call of Duty I was a rushing submachine gun SMG user.
Yep.
And so to me that really fast twitch type, up close CQC type game mode was really fun for me. So, I would say my negative Nancy, I guess, would say, hey, it just promotes shotgun rushing, but that's already what's going on. So
That is Destiny
Yeah,
at this point.
it's already a
Yeah.
thing.
So
Yeah.
it's just part of the game right now, and now it's just rewarding a play style that is predominant anyway. So, yeah.
It's a
I
fun
can't-
game mode. I can't wait to play it.
Me too. That's what I was gonna say. I can't wait to play it. Like it's actually I stop and think about the Crucible and I think about Supremacy and I'm like, oh my god, I can't wait to play that. It's gonna be
It's
so
super
fun.
fun.
Just
The only
like
thing
I
that
already
makes me
I already
sad.
played Control for like 4 hours. Like I'd love to have like a 4 hour Supremacy session when I stream. You know.
Yeah, I wonder if it'll get added to Iron Banner rotation too.
Didn't they say the first one's going to be
The
supremacy?
first one.
Oh
is
yeah, you're right.
supremacy.
They did. That's
Yeah.
absolutely correct. Yeah, it's gonna be fun. The only thing that's sad to me is that I know that it's gonna be the first Trials of Osiris is gonna be the first time I dip my toe into PvP after Rise of Iron comes out, because there's gonna be so much PvE stuff I got to get done. You know.
So many quests, so many weapons.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm probably going to try supremacy the second day.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try it really early for sure.
Yeah, I'm going to do PvE stuff for the first day, but second day, there's no way I'm not going to be able to try supremacy. Yeah, especially with whatever new Dead Orbit shotguns are.
Oh yeah. If
I'm
that
gonna
thing
be
comes with a
dumping
God
all
roll.
my heavy ammo into Dead Orbit.
Yeah, seriously.
If the God roll is not already available to buy, which
Which
maybe
I
will
hope
be.
it is, frankly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what rep booster thing to pay for, I would pay for, is a thing that makes the delay to go away from holding down the button to buy heavy ammo.
Yes.
I'd
I
pay
would
$5.
pay to get that removed.
I'd pay $5 for a 2-hour period where that's completely removed, so I can just buy all that heavy. Because holy crap, I get bored after 1 minute.
Yeah. You know what I end up doing is I do something else and I'm just like not even looking at my screen. I'm just hitting that button like every once in a while.
Yeah, I
I'm holding
usually
it down for a
watch
bit.
like a YouTube video or a
Yeah.
stream or something.
Last chance tomorrow to do that too.
Yeah.
Last
Right,
chance.
you have kids, man. Just be like, here's $5, do this for 2 hours.
You think you could get a kid to do anything for $5 now?
That's
I don't know how
inflation, Tefty. Inflation.
Oh
How
my
mu-
god.
How much silver does $5 buy nowadays?
Yeah,
don't know,
you guys
actually.
got great points.
Yeah, I had to give my son
feels bad.
$20 for every tooth.
20
Damn.
bucks
Damn.
for a tooth?
That inflation
Jesus.
rate. I got a
You're
That's
clearly in
crazy.
Palo Alto.
I got $1.
Yeah, I got change, man.
That just
I got a
that just
quarter.
that shows the Bay Area.
I live in the
economics right
I live
there.
in the Bay Area of California. If my son shows up to school and said my dad gave me $1 for my tooth,
I live in Connecticut. It's like the richest state in the country. It's crazy up here.
yeah.
Full Metal Otaku's got another one, but it's a good one. Is the PD crew satisfied with the explanation that Bungie gave for ghost bullets, or is this just a move to calm the storm?
So the thing that still hasn't really been explained for me is when someone is within the range of the weapon, they have waited for it to settle and the shot still misses.
Yeah.
Because we've seen that. We've visually seen that. The headshots were doing the amount of damage that it should do when you're within the range of that weapon, and it was still missing. So that I don't have an explanation for, that I would like to have an explanation for, because that's not Bloom.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's not Bloom.
And
I also don't
when
give a
you're
shit about Bloom. I just don't want that mechanic in the game.
Yeah, there's that, but also you could be literally in front of somebody with a shotgun. Like literally
Yeah.
in front, where they have to take damage, at least from some of the pellets, and at times it will miss. That it seems like there's a bug somewhere in there. There's a digital bug, a little vampire,
Yeah,
siphoning
they should
the
buff
fuel from our
shotguns,
bullets.
totally.
No, well, this is like when I look at it, it's
I know, I'm
straight up a netcode. No, I know you're making a joke about it, but like I want to make sure that people understand that I'm saying there's something to do with the fundamental engine that sometimes there's a miscalculation that happens with the peer-to-peer connections and things get lost, and maybe that's why some of these bullets are not registering.
We've literally had like void Nova bombs just go into ground and
They just
nothing.
disappear,
Yeah.
right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you can visually see that is disappearing.
I already missed enough
Exactly.
of those fuckers. I don't need the game fucking me up too.
Exactly.
I have the
I'm telling you.
Whipmeister with those things over here.
I'm telling you, I think there's a hit detection bug in the system somewhere that shows itself every now and then. We see it more so with bullets because we shoot a lot of bullets. I think there's something with the actual bounding boxes that provide the hit detection. It hiccups somewhere in the peer-to-peer connections.
I know that in competitive environments, when players are rewarded for skill and accuracy, any gun that has its reticle on another player, should hit. And I understand Bloom, but your initial shot should hit.
Yes.
I
Yeah.
mean,
I would rather
I'd rather
them, instead of using Bloom to reduce the effectiveness of a hand cannon at range, use range to do that. Just have that damage drop off very severely as it gets further away. So eventually you're doing like 1 damage with a a shot to the head.
Yep.
I don't like these missing bullets. It just doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel good in a shooter.
Yeah.
The other thing about ghost bullets is like that makes it feel way more present than it a lot of times you miss. Like that's you need to watch your footage sometimes and just be like, okay, I missed, and just come to terms with that. But one of the reasons that you're even taking the shot is that the aim assist in the game will like lock on to someone, and it'll feel like, okay, I'm on the guy, I should pull the trigger right now, and your bloom hasn't fully settled, but the way that the gun and the game is behaving makes you think that, hey, this is going to work. So then that's why you shoot, and then it rolls the dice and it says, no, you missed. So it's, there's some stuff, there's definitely some stuff they can still do to, make players more aware of where they are in their bloom and their accuracy.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. It's like having bloom in the game is one thing, but like having no actual indication of where you are in the bloom, it makes people not really like bloom very much.
At least when you're aiming down sights, there's indication of bloom when you're hip firing, but you're
not going to be hip firing.
You don't hip fire hand cannons.
You can't even hip fire the last word anymore.
Yeah,
so. And that's why I liked the DMR from Halo Reach, is that I could see the activation of the bloom, and it taught me how to pace my shots. I think what we're talking about is not necessarily the fine tuning of the game's mechanics and everybody becoming a student of the game. It's just it's how big this game is and the enjoyment of people to jump in and play the game, and the logic, it has to just make sense. And so if a player just doesn't feel like their guns are hitting and they're throwing up their hands in the air and they're going like, what the fuck, man, they're pissed off, that feeling can be explained in a half-hour conversation as to why they just missed that shot. But that's irrelevant. I think that's irrelevant.
I agree.
What's relevant is that person is saying, what the fuck? I just missed that shot. And I hit, my reticle was, that's that frustration. And whether or not there is a mechanic to explain it or not, the fact that a majority of the community feels that way, their enjoyment of the game is brought down, and Bungie needs to do something to either explain it, make it more user-friendly. It just needs to be more user-friendly.
Well said. Well said.
It's very discouraging to jump into the game and then get bullets not registering. Doesn't make you want to play it.
And I understand the mechanic behind it. I know why it does it. I understand initial, the cones and all that stuff.
Accuracy, final accuracy.
I get it. I just don't agree with it for the overall enjoyment of the game.
Agreed.
Yep.
Sea Guardians. So year 2 PS4 exclusive weapons not coming to Xbox One. Is the PS4 exclusive Strike coming to Xbox One?
No.
Bayek Diaz, with private matches out now, what custom game modes will you guys think of? We kind of talked about this already.
Yeah, we talked about that.
Yeah, we had a whole section on that.
Yeah, a boner spider. Do you think that Destiny 2 will be on PC now that Bungie doesn't have to worry about last-gen consoles?
No.
Probably not.
Probably not.
But there's a possibility that Activision is like, yo, we need this on PC. But it's most likely not going to happen.
I don't think so. Have you guys heard about the PS4 mouse and keyboard coming out?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
The officially licensed one. Yeah. Cool.
Anybody got an opinion on that?
Cool. Like,
cool? Not really.
I might buy one, try it out. I have no idea. I mean, I've talked to Dr. Lupo, see what his setup is to actually, get the most use out of it. But I don't know. I prefer playing FPSs on mouse and keyboard. So I don't know. Maybe I'll try it.
Yeah, a lot of players who play on mouse and keyboard claim it doesn't help, but they do play at a very high sensitivity that most thumbstick players can't play at.
Yeah, the biggest problem though is aim assist. This game has so much aim assist that a mouse, it just feels weird if you're using a mouse for fine control.
Right.
And also, you can't make the speed go high enough. Like it needs to go up to 30 or 40 for it to be mouse accurate.
So I was going to say that, Tefties, for this to be for it to benefit from the mouse and keyboard, they need to do some custom. They need to make some adjustments to the settings for us,
Which they probably won't do.
No. So it's really not going to be that big of an advantage to have a mouse and keyboard. It's just going to be
any
a
of us
personal
play
preference.
at sensitivity level 10?
No.
I used to.
Did you?
The only time,
played 7.
yeah.
Yeah, Reach I always played at 10 and it was awesome. I could.
Oh yeah. In Call of Duty, I was at 10. Yeah.
Call of Duty 10 is different.
No, but I mean the highest setting. I'm just translating it for people.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, Reach I was played on maxed because I had a friend that could no scope and then use shotguns. It was just insane. So I was like, I have to be able to do this. And then when I started streaming, I turned it down from 10 to like 3, essentially. Because going back and forth and reading chat is very disorienting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Bamboozy, does Bungie comments about King's Fall being too hard worry you that Wrath of the Machine is another Crota's End?
No. It's not.
That's me, a little bit. It's in the back of my mind.
In Luke,
I
we
think
trust.
They've got 3 raids under the belt. They know what the community likes. So
Yep.
we'll see.
I'm really looking forward to seeing what Luke Smith's vision of this one. I know there's a whole lot of
this
yeah.
one, did he?
He
No,
didn't.
no.
He didn't.
I
do
know.
this one.
Okay, you okay? Never mind. Yes, he did. So he did. Maybe there was a raid team that did the design of it, but the overall picture of it, like, doesn't he oversee all the raids content?
No, he as far as I'm aware, he didn't have any involvement in Rise of Iron.
My impression was that he moved from King's Fall to Destiny 2, but I don't have an inside.
Maybe you guys are right.
Bungie.
Maybe you guys are right. Or you're probably right. I'm excited for their growth as a team, as a raid team, and just seeing a new iteration of it, a new style. It'd be fun. King's Fall was definitely unique, and so was Vault of Glass, and every one of them's been different, unique team play mechanics. And let's just see what the next iteration is.
I also like most of Crota's End, like that first initial area where you're running through the dark part. That is awesome. The bridge section is awesome. The Crota fight is cool. It just wasn't very long. I think they had to artificially, because it wasn't a very long raid, they had to artificially amp up the difficulty in the Death Singer and Crota's End part, or the Crota fight part.
I agree with you, Briar. I actually wish if they had added 2 more sections to Crota's End. Like you go through, you get to the Death Singer's area, and then maybe you step into a portal and go through that Eye of the Moon or whatever, and then you're in like 2 more areas and then fight Crota. That would have been an amazing raid.
That would have been super cool. That sounds great.
Yeah. Because those experiences were great. They were just short.
Yeah.
Yeah.
SoCal, with private matches here, can we expect a revival of Holtzman's Just the Tip?
What I've thought about doing is actually just streaming on my personal channel, doing, I don't know, maybe, hey, Fallout plays. You in chat? Probably not. Fallout plays. Shout out to you. What I'd really like to do is like do something with him where we go in as like a 4v4, where he has a team of 3, and then I have a team of 3, and then like you kind of coach him. It's like,
Smart.
okay, you're standing in a sniper lane. You're okay. You guys are really grouped up. You're not watching flanks. It's really easy to tell people that live instead of giving people tips on the mistakes that they might have made. So
Yeah.
I think that's what I'm going to try to do.
That sounds really good.
Do like some sort of coaching thing for people.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe, hey, Fallout plays. You interested? You can be the opposing team, and we can have people that go in like they're like our Pokemons, and we can battle them. Great.
So you're not allowed to shoot?
Yeah, like I wouldn't be allowed to shoot. I'm coming out with the donuts.
He's coaching.
Wear like
I'm just coaching. Yeah, wear really bright
Like
shaders.
dead orbit shader that makes you look like a referee.
There we go. There we go.
What about the new monarchy where you look like a picnic blanket? That might be perfect.
Bill Link asks, besides yourselves, what team do you think will be world's first?
Oh.
There is only us.
Trick question. Every other team is competing for world's second.
That is the right answer.
Nailed it.
Evan Johns, will the new patrol node on Earth have both the Cosmodrome and Plague Lands in one playable place?
Do you guys know? I'm not
okay,
sure. If
sorry, what was the question? I'm looking at a sweet collection of lands in Magic the Gathering.
Will the new patrol node on Earth have both the Cosmodrome and Plague Lands in one playable space?
No, they're two.
They're separate.
They're separate. It's like
Can you walk between them?
Okay, so the way it works is there's old Cosmodrome, like the one that we can go into now, and then you select on the director Plague Lands / new Cosmodrome.
Okay. That's confusing.
Yeah, it's very odd. Well, not really. It'll make sense once you play it. JB
Mega, out of all the new armor sets we have seen so far, what do you like the best? What's your best?
Trials.
Yeah, it's Trials for me.
That cape, when you put the ornament on it, and it turns into this like hologram cape. Oh my god, yes.
It looks good. I really like that holographic pinks on the blue. I think it looks good. And the yellow trim.
I think I'm about to go with the Trials gear also. After looking at all of them, like they all look cool. But man, yeah, the Trials gear is looking nice.
I feel like Trials stands out. It's like, whoa, there's a big pink guy coming at me. I want to be the big pink guy, and I want to try having my armor be all black and then having the pink. I think that'll look really cool.
To be honest with you, I really like the way the Titans look with the Iron Banner armor.
Yeah,
I really like it. It's like the flaming like fire coming out of behind the metal. It just.
So is that the Iron Banner gear or the Iron Lord gear?
I don't know. It might be the Iron Lord.
Iron Lord.
It's a little confusing.
It's a little to me. I thought it looked like Iron Banner gear, but I don't know if it's been like identified as one or the other.
Isn't the Iron Banner gear look like you're a space pirate?
Space pirate.
No, complete silence.
What does a space pirate look like?
The space pirate's got all this like chain metal that's been kind of tattered and broken, and like so the Iron Lords looks refined with fire around them. And then the Iron Banner gear looks like it's been tattered and broken, and like you're a space pirate. I don't
know. As soon as you said space pirates, I started thinking about the movie Ice Pirates, and it really just went downhill for me from there.
Yeah, I lost it. I want to be a flaming lord. That's what I want to be.
It's respectable.
Mm-hmm. I feel like that was a softball that I'm not even going to swing at. Sebast 17.
I'm disappointed in you, Brian.
Would you rather have reroll weapons come back for 20k glimmer each, or have Pope's RNG?
Pope's RNG.
Pope's RNG.
I mean, that's easy.
Duh. Then I just get everything I want immediately anyway.
Yeah. Hey, guys, we're a year away from rerolling weapons. You think it should come back in any capacity? What do you think?
Yeah. And by we're a year away from, you mean like
we're a year away from, or we're a year past it.
A year past it. Yeah. Okay. I definitely like it because some people have been trying to get an A's Luna and they get one finally after, a year, and
yeah.
I've gotten two, one's usable. I'd like there to be some system in place where we can work toward, like where we can feasibly work towards and build a weapon roll that we want. So you don't have to just rely on luck. Like I relied on luck, and it worked out great for PvE. I got one of the best possible rolls on a scout rifle. Second week of Taken King. Just used that the entire time now. Still waiting on actual. Still waiting on an actual good, hand cannon.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I fall under the second category. It's really fun to get the cool shit before everybody else, and have everybody look at your gun and be like, "Dude, that's awesome!" And then you run into your friends, or you jump into that party, you know, and you go, dude, guys, guess what I just got? And you say, oh, dude, expect my shotgun right now, or inspect my prime. And then everybody goes in there looking at it, and they're like, oh my God. You know, I mean, that happens all the time. And it's
that
like
sounds
so much
fun. I've never had that experience.
Yeah, I don't know what that's like.
It's a blast.
Nice.
It is a blast, and it's a ton of fun.
And my biggest problem is with the Party Crasher specifically is that I just never got a good Party Crasher. So I feel like I am at a competitive disadvantage in every shotgun fight I get in the Crucible.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
That's why I kind of
that's
stay
a
away from
bummer.
shotguns.
Yeah.
You're just getting outplayed, Briar.
Yeah. I mean, like I was using, I'll be honest with you, I was using the Universal remote because it was a great shotgun, and if I wanted to use a shotgun, I would do that and a sniper rifle. I know it's dirty, but I had no other shotgun that could compete in the Crucible. So I did it, and now that option's gone. So I again am back to no competitive shotgun. Like I don't have a shotgun that can reach out and tap somebody at the same range. Adam Ralphson. With Rise of Iron looking to add so much lore to the game, what is currently your favorite piece of Destiny lore?
Favorite piece of Destiny lore?
I don't know much about lore.
I'm not an expert, and I don't remember the specifics of it, but I really like the stuff about the exos being created to like explore Vex portals and like that whole coalition of scientists on Venus. Like that stuff was really cool to me.
Yeah.
That's super cool. I didn't know that.
I don't know
nothing
cool.
about lore.
So don't quote me.
Sorry.
I think one of the coolest things is Volta Glass with the mythological background and the everything that they connected into that raid with even the Vex themselves inside that raid, not exactly jiving with the other Vex that are in the universe and all that. It's really cool.
What I can say is I'd like to know more about Osiris. Like, I don't know much about it, but I find it really interesting that he was, like, exiled by the speaker and stuff. And when you speak to Brother Vance, he's like, that speaker guy, he's not nice. So I'd like to know more about Osiris and all that.
I like the lore behind the behind like Crota and Oryx and the Worm God and that whole train of that that structure, that power structure in the Hive.
Yeah, I like that too.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I really like. I haven't read much into it, but I liked what I read about the 6 Coyotes, the hunters that basically tried to help people get to safety. It's like a band.
Cool.
It's like a band of 6 hunters that would go around, escort people, find people in towns, solve problems. Bife would know more about everything that we talked about, I'm sure. But I think that was one of the things about 6 Coyotes, and that should be. I just really enjoyed that.
God, Destiny lore is so cool, but like I want it in the game. I want to have meaningful gaming experiences that tell this lore to me and make me feel emotional, and I don't want to just read it.
Yeah.
But I think these are all this lore or potential like missions and potential expansions, and that's what's cool. We want to learn more. That's what's exciting. Yeah.
Greg's Promise, favorite quote bad unquote weapon. Mine is Ace of Spades. I heard it was terrible, but I think it's great for PvE. The Ace of Spades is the one with Firefly on it, right?
I got one.
That was just a pale imitation of Fatebringer, but it's exotic.
So do you know the the heavy machine gun, the Dullivan?
No.
Yeah, it's
Diluvian.
Diluvian. Yeah, it's a Vanguard heavy machine gun.
Yeah.
That just doesn't hit a damn thing because it's got so much recoil, and it's like the rate of fire of Doctrine of Passing. Well, I got the exact same roll as a Doctrine on that. It's got persistence, brace frame, and like it's just counterbalance, and it is. Everybody looks at it and they're like, "That's just why are you even using that thing? It's horrible." But then it just destroys. So my favorite hated weapon, Diluvian.
I don't know. The only thing I can think of is Aphrodite Spear because everyone hates it from Final Round, but like it doesn't have Final Round on it. I don't know if I really use any hated weapons that I love.
I love the Drake's Promise. The Uber Tuber is a fun fucking weapon to use.
It's super cool animations.
Yeah. And it sucks. It still sucks, but I don't care. Every once in a while, I just want to equip it and get into the Crucible and try and get that thing into the kill feed as much as possible.
I like that it has its own icon. That's great. You know it's a Drake's Promise.
Well, I don't really have one either. It's really odd.
Yeah, I'm honestly thinking too. I can't think of one that specifically is like, why are you using that I love using? Like,
yeah. I mean, when I pull out Monte Carlo, people are like, why are you using Monte Carlo? But Monte Carlo is pretty good right now.
Monte Carlo's good.
It's fun. It's good. It works perfectly with my Night Stalker.
What's the scout rifle that you get from the Valis 2 Arc Strike?
Treads Upon Stars.
Yeah, I got that with a stability roll, reactive reload, and crowd control.
Hey,
it's like it constantly is doing extra damage. That's a really good weapon.
Yeah,
nice.
I have one with the same role that I have on my other crowd control Firefly Perfect Balance, and it's wonderful.
Yeah.
Scorpion Man. Rise of Iron has a lot to offer. What are you most excited for in this DLC?
New raid.
Trials. I'm sorry.
For me,
new armor, new weapons, ornaments.
I'm really looking forward to the new story, the new lore.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to the stuff we don't know about yet. Like the mysteries that like pop up on a Wednesday morning and like all of a sudden Reddit is exploding trying to uncover how to figure this thing out. Mm-hmm. Like that stuff was so fun in the first month of the Taken King. I'm looking forward to that again.
Yeah, new raid for me, 100%.
Yeah, it's really the new raid though. Let's be honest. Luke, it's been difficult to avoid spoilers this week. Do you think Bungie has reeled too much with this expansion?
We talked about it already.
We did talk about it. I don't
honestly
really
think you can answer this question until we know how much stuff is in there.
Well, that's the thing. I am a little confused as to why they allowed essentially like complete access to Rise of Iron. I think it's a little weird, their decision behind it, just because there was so much hype already with the MLG event and like private matches coming out. I don't think they needed to have people posting the first story mission or posting Fellwinter's Peak or they're all the strikes. I don't think they needed to do that. So I think it was an unnecessary thing that a lot of people are not happy seeing.
Archon's Forge, I think people were not happy to see either.
I don't want to see that. I want to explore it by myself and be like.
So I'm this super casual guy now. I can't play as often as I used to. And I have this is the first time in all of the Destiny like expansions that I haven't had a chance to play the content before it came out. And I am completely going in dark. I haven't watched any videos. I mean, I haven't read anything. I haven't done anything to look into the this expansion, and I am legit excited about what little has come out up until this point. When Deej said go dark, I went dark, and I'm really excited about that.
I have two, Pope. I didn't watch any of the Fellwinter stuff. I didn't watch any of Archon's Forge stuff. I haven't watched any of the new strikes or the new missions. Like I want to go into this thing as fresh as possible. Obviously, being a YouTuber, I have some knowledge of the exotics, the mechanics, like that kind of stuff. But as far as story goes, I just avoided everything.
Yeah, me too. I'm in the same exact boat. I want to experience it live on stream when I load it up.
Yep,
me too.
I'm going to be streaming at 2 a.m.
You too?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to be streaming at 2 a.m. also.
You want to hang out, Tefty?
I get to wait till 5 a.m.
I just got shut down by Tefty.
I always go through story stuff solo for the first time.
No, it's cool. It's
Hefty, I know that feeling. People are like, can I join in? I'm like,
Nope.
Yeah,
it's
first
story.
experience.
I want to be immersed. By
Once we get
That's
doing
right.
the quest,
Exactly.
though, I'm gonna want.
I
Your
was
help.
just kidding. I didn't.
Yeah. But can you help me raid and like, can you help me through hard quests? Thanks.
John Cisco, do any of you feel more excited about Rise of Iron compared to other DLCs?
I feel super excited for Rise of Iron just because it's kind of giving me everything that I've ever asked for from Destiny. So I'm super excited for Rise of Iron.
Yeah.
I want to know
It's been
more
a
about the
year.
Iron Lords. That's what I'm getting. You know, there's a focus on PvP stuff. I like that. The shaders, the ornaments, all that stuff is right up my alley. So I'm excited.
It's been a year since we've gotten DLC. A year. Of course, I'm more excited this time.
Yeah, you're right. Thinking about that, I didn't put it in that perspective, but even though there's not as much content as Taken King, yeah, because it's been a whole year, the excitement's very high. And also Supremacy looks amazing.
Yep, I'm with you. I like I said, I haven't played anything. This is the first time I haven't ruined spoiled it for myself. And I get to ride the anticipation all the way to the finish line. And I haven't had that feeling and since the alpha. Well, no, prior to the alpha. No, so since really like I was playing Halo, and because I was in the betas, the private betas for Call of Duty when I was playing those too. So it kind of just, this is a good feeling. It's fun.
Nice.
Jonah Shetler, thoughts on buying rep boosters for we already talked about this. Crusader. 12. What's your opinion on the PS4 Pro and Xbox Scorpio? Is it worth getting?
Don't know yet. Have to see.
Yeah, we'll have to see.
I don't know.
I'll tell you after I buy them.
There we go.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll know come November, at least for PS4 Pro. The PS4 Pro. Do your taxes and documents and play video games.
Sounds like a camera.
Runs the newest version of Office.
It's like the camera for the PlayStation.
Yeah.
All your Excel spreadsheets.
Exactly. You want spreadsheets in 3D? PS4 Pro.
Connor
should have stuck with the Neo.
Yeah,
I mean,
Neo
the
was a better
Scorpio.
name.
Microsoft is like, no, it's the Scorpio because it sounds badass.
Yeah. Word, Microsoft. That sounds way better than Xbone. Good job.
Yeah. Project Scorpio, the most beautiful pixels ever. That sounds dumb, but like Scorpio is cool.
Scorpio is cool.
Scorpio, that's very 007.
Mm-hmm.
I got 5 questions left. You want to take them all down?
It's 8:40.
We've been
One
going
minute.
for a really long time tonight, by the way.
2.5 hours.
Yeah.
Are they rapid fire or are they
I'm
long
hungry.
questions?
Let's rapid fire them.
Okay, let's do it.
Brian Drama, does the PD crew think that SMG weapon class is a real thing or junk in the Destiny database?
Maybe one day.
Maybe one day.
Maybe. I think Holtz has the best perspective. How long has it been in the database?
I remember it back from like mid Taken King.
Then
the very least.
maybe one day.
Yeah.
Potentially.
I don't remember the exact date, but I remember you showing it, and I'm like, that's been there for a long ass time. So
Yeah.
Man Shark, which one of you has the best evil laugh?
Oh, come on. That's cheating.
Oh, voice
Briar,
changer. That's cheating, man.
I'm not even following up with that. I refuse.
Oh,
I
Briar
refuse
killed
to
it.
be embarrassed.
I have to sit up for this one. Wait, hold on.
on the evil laugh, you have to go.
It's more like a
Hold on,
puff
guys.
puff give. I don't know.
I have to use my diaphragm for this.
All right, let's hear it.
That was pretty good. I liked it.
That was good.
That was good too. That sounded downright fucking crazy.
Yeah,
That sounded psychotic.
That
was
person's gonna
psychotic,
reach
yeah.
down your throat and take out
Oh
your
my
larynx.
All right, that's up to you guys to decide.
Oh, we didn't hear Wiz Watts.
Yeah, we didn't.
We went high pitch.
That was awesome.
I go low pitch. We go in high pitch. The witch. It was like a witch's cackle. Yeah, that was Patrick. Patrick was a cackling witch.
Mm-hmm.
Kyle McMahon, do you think the Thorn Quest will be on a timed lock like Sleeper Simulant or active at launch?
Sorry, what was the question? I was regaining oxygen from laughing.
Do you think the Thorn Quest will be on a timer or will it be active at launch?
No idea.
Right. Yeah.
I think that it's going to be super hard to get, and it's going to be impossible, and they're going to lock it away, and it's not going to show up until a week before year 2.
It's actually a lie, and they're saying that it's out, but the quest is so hard that no one will actually get it.
Yeah, you've got to go into the Crucible and get 500 void kills.
It's gonna be given as a reward for finishing your Moments of Triumph 3.
Just as we're exiting the game.
Yes.
I love it. Adios.
Bye.
Last question of the night. Edmund Young, do you wear socks to bed? Asking
No.
for Scott Too Furious.
Never.
No.
Crazy.
No.
So.
Oh no!
Oh,
Patrick,
God.
just answer
No.
the
It's a story.
question.
It's a story.
Rapid
It's a story.
fire, man.
Rapid
I'm sorry.
Jesus.
No, I don't wear socks to bed. I when I saw those tweets from Scott, I was like, hey, I'm gonna try wearing it. Tried it at Bungie. Worst night of sleep I've ever had. Almost. Yeah.
The only time I would consider it is if I was like camping and it was like super cold. That's the only way I would consider
I
it.
mean, it feels nice having your feet like on the covers, and you know.
man.
it
Yeah,
feels
but then
nice.
but then when you
and
peek
when
your
you're with
feet
your
out,
significant other, you get to do footsies.
yeah, but then if you peek your foot out from underneath the covers, then it feels like the monsters are gonna grab them.
They can grab it
So you
even
want
with
socks?
socks on, Patrick.
No, they can't.
Yeah,
'cause then
true.
You can't
True.
feel
No, they
that.
can't.
You can't
They
feel
can't.
that your
Monster
feet are
House
out
socks.
underneath the cover.
Oh
I wear this thick ass wool socks. Feels
Oh.
good.
What?
Smart wool
That
socks.
doesn't sound useful.
Smart wool socks are the way to go.
Huh.
They're great.
Yeah, merino wool socks.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's it. That's all the
Okay.
questions.
I
Got through
can't,
them all.
I'm starving.
I can't sleep with socks on because it'd just be weird to go.
Because I'm
into
not a
bed.
fucking monster.
Yeah, you can't just put on socks and
You
go to
can't
bed.
only have socks on when you sleep. Like I
know.
agree.
I mean, I
It's
sleep
weird.
naked, so it's like with
I don't put them on unless I'm putting shoes on. Frankly, if I'm walking around the house, or just
Yeah.
hanging out,
Right?
like, socks
Same.
off.
I don't have socks on
Socks
right
off.
They're a health
Exactly.
hazard
Me
on
neither.
hardwood floor stairs too. I mean, they'll kill you.
This is good stuff. This is
Yeah.
quality.
Yeah.
Quality
Like tips.
entertainment.
Tips to grow on.
Oh,
End this thing and go to bed.
yeah. I need sleep. All right.
I need
Thank you,
sleep.
everyone. Thank you, everyone,
Thanks,
for tuning
guys.
in. That was the 88th Planet Destiny podcast. If you want to find me at Holtzman_PD on Twitter or just Holtzman on Twitch.
I'm Briar Rabbit. You can find me at the Briar Rabbit on Twitter. You can find me on the Briar Rabbit channel on YouTube or under Briar Rabbit on Twitch.
I'm Tefty Teft. You can talk to me at Teft on Twitter, twitter.com/Teft. You can talk to me. Also, check out the streams I do, twitch.tv/Tefty Teft. And I have a personal YouTube channel as well that's Tefty Teft, where I do stuff like build computers on a vlog.
And I'm Miss 5000 Watts. You can find me on Twitter, Twitch, YouTube at Miss 5000 Watts.
And this has been Pope Bear, and you can find me on Twitter at Pope Bear, and sometimes streaming on the Planet Destiny channel, and often invading these four hoodlums' Twitch streams.
Yep. All right. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. We will see you next week.
Starside.
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 Bye-bye.